dream part, but yeah.
To our vintage candy.
We'd probably be more popular if we were just vintage candy.
If he just existed as vintage candy instead of people.
Yeah.
Just a group of 7 people reviewing vintage candy.
No, we bake the vintage candy.
Ooh.
There are companies that actually buy old recipes just so they could keep making it and selling it to people. All right. Either way, none of you replied to my last minute who wants to do the recap.
I was busy talk to your parents. Guy.
You keep cutting out.
Damn it, I'm trying to make you feel guilty for my great sacrifice.
But so I guess I will be doing the recap today.
Damn right.
And let's just jump right into it because we are back and we're live.
Woo!
Wow.
Ooh.
That was the most anemic. Yeah.
But I can't like really get into it like yeah, because if I really do, it's gonna get picked up on Gio's mic. And I don't have my mixer set up properly, so I can do both.
That's just extra amplification for how excited you are.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm okay with
You're
that.
echoing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, last time we left off, you all were headed towards. Is there an echo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or I'll just do push to talk.
Okay. So, last time we left off, you all were headed towards the city of Athera, the capital of the Atheran Alliance, and you were leaving Bellemere when you ran into a few issues. First being a few murderers that you guys ended up finding, deciding to get rid of and loot from them. You found a bit of gold, some money, and also a odd looking cat, quote unquote cat, that you guys managed to find that was still alive. The other important thing is that you guys did manage to keep Tingle alive, even though he was cooking to death in his own power suit of armor, which was a good thing. And you were on the final leg of this journey to get to Athera. All of you have different reasons to getting there, or at least it's a pit stop for a lot of you, I think. So, on the way to Athera, though, on the last few legs of it, you all ran across 3 individuals that you noticed were the give me a second. Excuse me. That it? Yep. That you noticed were the Prince Nasser, the Ageless Prince, Damien, the Tactician, and Cynthia, the Blood Countess. 3 immensely powerful individuals that run or control the Principality of Nasera. Making sure you don't piss them off, you guys just spot on them from afar and then went around them. Clover even tossed them a nice little clover, all in hopes that nothing would go wrong. Either way, you noticed a few odd things about them, but otherwise they seem like nice individuals, especially the prince. Otherwise, you guys are in the outskirts of the city at this current point. In the distance, you can see a massive wall, stone wall, with battlements that seem to be armed. They even seem to have ballistas on the battlements themselves. And as you're getting closer, there are farmland all around you that you guys are kind of walking through along this main road. I believe you're currently in a convoy with Zorhan, who is one of the individuals from the Gale Wind. Or is it the Gale Wing? Give me a second. Yeah, you need to get this right. And I lost everything. What?
We're not doing intros, so bring on the regular music.
Yeah. Sorry. Something's up. Okay. Yeah, the Gale Wing Trading Company, and you guys have been assisting him by protecting his convoy or being part of the convoy, just to get a ride and a safer passage so you don't get attacked by bandits and whatnot to get to the city of Athera. And that's where we're picking up today. You guys are maybe, with Athera in sight. Zorhan kind of gives you guys a wave, as you're pulling off to the side real quick to talk. But before that happens, I want to do some character introductions, just to remind everyone who you all are playing. And let's see, I got my dice ready this time so I could just roll it. And the first person to go will be Dylan, I think again. So Dylan, please introduce yourself and then pass it off to whoever is next.
That just means I get inspiration next time it happens. All right. I'm
No,
Dylan.
it's you go to jail if we're following Monopoly rules.
But we're not. This is a different game.
I didn't know.
My name is Dylan. I'm playing Zubrik Illuminwisi. He is a 4th level conjuration wizard. He is a hobgoblin anthropologist as well. And he is currently traveling with his friend and a couple strangers and Clover.
Clover's not a stranger.
No, Clover saved my friend's life. He currently wants to have a word in private with his gnome friend, but there's too many people around.
Okay.
Pass it off to Adrian.
I am Adrian, or Toby. I play Emilio, the Shadar Kai Drow Circle of Stars druid. He... what should I even say? I totally forgot what I was supposed to say. He's kind of a brat, kind of a bastard, and he does not like the gnome that we just saved, but he also didn't want him to die, so he did help save him a little bit. He has deep purple skin, silver hair, big scar across his right eye. His right eye is red, his left eye is purple. He's a drow. I don't know what else to say. I will pass it off to Ian.
My name's Ian. I am destroying a Popeye's meal right now. I am playing Amos Bloodbeard Orst. He is a Rogue 3 Fighter 1 of the swashbuckler variety. He is a tiefling of the Zerial variety. Also not a major fan of Tingle, but he did help save him, so now Tingle owes him, which is always useful. At this point, would just like to get the whole werewolf problem solved, so he doesn't have to worry about that biting him in the ass, literally, as he sleeps. And then maybe we'll figure out about what happened with his crew. And I'm going to pass it off to... Oh, man. My favorite 2 people to pass it off to already have it. Why don't we just give it to Tingle? Give it to Robert.
Heyo! I'm Robert. I'm playing Tingle. He's a gnome that almost everybody hates, or at least heavily dislikes. And, he's an armorer artificer. So he's this little old... middle-aged oldish gnome with white hair and a white mustache, rolling around in a massive clanking smokestack spouting suit of armor. And he just recently almost burned to death and was saved by the rest of the party, so he's feeling pretty invested in them now, and also feeling a little guilty about almost shattering Bloodbeard's skull a while back with an errant tankard and spell. And so now he's off to the big city to try and solve his werewolf problem, and also probably try to build some closer bonds with this group that saved his life. And I'm gonna pass it off to Gia. Who's muted?
The cat get your tongue.
So, lovely virtual weather we're having.
Yeah, it's quite smoky in here.
No.
Please,
Why is it smoky in your
yeah, why is it smoky?
apartment?
I don't know, chemicals, I guess.
That's not great. What are you talking about? Are you referring to your iStock background or your actual apartment?
No, that's my apartment.
I don't see iStock
okay.
now. Yeah.
I thought that was like mist.
Hello.
That's-
Can you guys
Hello.
hear me?
Hi,
Hello.
Gia.
Yep.
Okay, now it worked. All right. Not sure why it didn't work the first 2 times. Hi, I'm Gia. I'm playing Valsira. She is a monster slayer ranger. She is a tiefling with purple skin and curly black hair. She wears sunglasses all the time because she's extremely cool. I believe Tristan hasn't gone, right?
Yep.
All right, Tristan.
I'm Tristan. I'm playing Clover. They are a halfling, life cleric 4 of Liara. Very cheery, very observant, and very naive, and just wants to make sure everyone's having a good time. And kind of failed by having our gnome getting roasted almost to death last session.
I mean, I don't know how much of that is your fault, but either way, and I am Parky Park, and I'll be your dungeon master for this campaign. And let's jump right into it. So yeah, you guys are pretty close to the gate now when you guys pulled off. The prince, since you guys are on the cart, the prince that you guys walked by and his entourage are much further back. You could barely see him. That's how big these walls are. They're massive sight from all around. And as you guys were approaching it, you guys could tell that the land was kind of rising in elevation, almost as if walking uphill. And you could feel the ocean breeze nearby. However, there is a bit of a line at the front of the gate. And while waiting for the line to kind of keep approaching towards the actual gate, Dorhan has kind of pulled you all aside and said, and going to, as he pulls you all aside, it goes, all right, I know some of you were on this caravan just to get here. So now that we're here, we can either part ways here. I could get some of the town guards to help take the rest of the supplies to Athera, the Arcane Academy. But if you want to finish the job all the way through, you can. Either way, welcome to Athera. Good luck out there. And if you need anything, I'll probably be stuck at the Galewind Company for a while anyway, so you can find me there.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So you could, at this point, I will say as a group, you guys could decide if you want to join him to like do the actual final delivery piece, or split off from him and just kind of be your own group and wait in line to approach the guards at the front, to give your reason for entering the city and such.
I think going with him might be easier than mentioning certain skin issues and hair issues.
True.
Also, I do want to mention, while you're here, there are peddlers, because you could tell that there's quite a sizable shanty town that must have been here for a while to the left
Mhm.
side of the road. And you could see as you're waiting, there are a few individuals kind of coming around, peddling for money, asking to see if you guys have anything that you could spare and such.
I give a gold
So
to every single
beggars
one that comes
more
by.
than. But they're beggars more than peddlers, or
Some are peddlers, they've
Okay.
crafted some stuff. Some are beggars, it seems like for whatever reason they don't have a place in the city.
Definitely sticking with the guy that can get us inside.
Could we go check out their wares?
Yeah, it's mostly knickknacks and trinkets made from like a cheap material that must have been discarded from the city and repurposed and reused. None of it looks really that great or amazing.
I want to find the tackiest, most colorful trinket.
Okay. It's a bauble, and it seems like it has like this weird anchor. For you, it would be weird because you haven't been here before, I guess. So it has this anchor, this kind of arching fish along the anchor too. As you take a look at it, it's colorful. It's like a mismatch of color, and it's like if like a unicorn vomited on it, kind of.
Emilio loves it. How much for it?
The guy says 3 silver.
He will pay that 3 silver.
Okay.
He doesn't have 3 silver. He only has gold. He will pay 1 gold.
Okay, he'll gladly take the gold.
Actually, is there a second one? He'll buy 2 of them.
No, there's only one. There's a
Yeah.
few other things, but they don't look as like either gaudy or nice as this thing. Whatever you
Okay,
want
he's
to
gonna
say.
call over Clover then.
Yeah?
So I overspent on this little thing, and you want something?
I would love something. There's so many cool things here.
Right? That's why I called you over. I knew you'd appreciate it.
See that necklace over there? The one with like the like I think it's shark teeth.
It's like
Oh, it
fishing
looks so
wire.
bad.
It's made from like fishing wire, and like there's some shells and stuff attached to it. It looks like it could be worth some person's time to make it, but not actually money.
It's very 90s surfer dude.
I love it. Yeah, how much for this necklace?
Knowing that you guys probably have more money at this point, they say a gold. The individual's like, gold piece.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Here we go.
Do I see this going on?
Probably, but you see them buying stuff from somebody, but you probably don't see anything more than that.
Just knowing them, I'm gonna go over.
Okay. Yeah, you could see like at this point Clover's handing over gold for this like shitty looking little necklace. Emilio has this like gaudy looking bauble of some sort of like symbol etched into it. Like,
Do you see this necklace I got? That's amazing.
How much did it cost?
It cost a coin.
Which one?
I open up my bag and I pull out a gold piece. This one.
And Emilio, how much did you pay for your item?
I also had to pay a gold. It was 3 silver, but I didn't have 3 silver, so I just gave him a gold.
Do you not have change in the Underdark?
We do. I just don't have any silver on me.
No, they're supposed to give you back change when you buy something.
Oh,
I have no change. Sorry.
see?
All
there
right,
you
well,
go.
both of these I think were worth less than 1 gold, so we'll take one of those back.
No, don't.
No,
It's fine.
no, it's. I like these. These are pretty cool. You got
I
any
didn't say
friendship
couldn't keep the
bracelets?
items.
Yeah.
At this point, as you guys are arguing amongst yourselves, by the way, I realized when you do push to talk, it like super delays your voice, so your voice and your camera might not match. But that's something we can deal with later.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'll deal with it during the break. So as you guys are arguing amongst themselves, there is a small boy, tiefling, young, maybe like, 12-ish. He's scraggly looking. He approaches you and he's like, "You're looking for something real nice? You might want to wait until you get into the city."
Is there more stuff like this?
Oh, there's so much better stuff. He's like, come on, move along. You're all new here, aren't you?
No, we're not.
Oh, have we been here before? Sorry, I get so confused with these locations. It's like, I don't know, the world's too big.
I'm just gonna elbow Clover. Be like, yep, we're not new here. We are very experienced travelers, and I think we've already spent enough money.
I'm new here. I've never
No.
been here before.
No, you're not.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're new. I'm sure you're very experienced travelers, but I can tell you're new because nobody buys this crap. Sorry, from the people out here, unless you're new.
But
I mean, I'm
it's
aware
not-
that it's crap, but it's
Yeah.
colorful, and I like it.
and it's also not about it. It's not about the item itself. It's helping other people.
Well, if you want to make sure you know how to get about the city, I can help you out.
That would be lovely.
Oops. I think we're good. We already have a
Okay.
guide, but thank you very much.
All right, sure. Think you're fine without a guide. And you could see he kind of turns around and then looks back at you, and he slowly walks away. All right.
Head back to the group.
Okay, wait, hold on. You guys, you can't just go around saying that you're new in town because then everyone's going to think that you're a sucker and try to get more money from you.
But we are new in town.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of
you
like lying.
you
I
lie.
don't know.
You'd have to
don't like
lie, yeah. That's the point.
That's just why. Why even bother lying about something so small?
Because they're going to lie to you to get more money out of you.
Well, then I just won't give
Doesn't
them my
that work?
money.
You've already proven that you give away too much money, so
I like this thing. Okay? Sue me.
By the way, when you're back and everyone's arguing, everyone can see what you guys are arguing about, and it's this like really shitty, like a Christmas bauble, like ornamental, absolutely has no use otherwise.
I don't know why you guys wanted to buy that, because I can tell you that it's crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. We already know that.
Well, I've got the greatest idea. I'll help you find something even better.
Tingle's gonna look around the wagon and see if he can notice anything with his historical knowledge that is being sold that has more value than like 10 gold.
Out here?
Yeah, like if one of these beggar people is trying to sell a priceless family heirloom that they got from their great aunt, and
There
he
are.
can fleece them.
Okay, give me a quick perception check.
Okay. Perception. Guidance. Little scroll pops out saying how to con a poor person. Perception.
This is to see if you notice something special. Okay, so you're still in a decent way from the main part of the gate, and at this point you could see that there's an individual that kind of like looks shady, and he seems to pick out individuals in the line, walk up to them and like kind of show them something, and a lot of them just kind of go no thank you, kind of pass, move him along. When you get a glimpse, you notice that there is a bit of I was making the noise. Yeah. You notice that it is this shady individual, trench coat. He seems to have a few pieces of jewelry. Like basically under his coat, and he's just going.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, is he holding out his coat and showing
Yeah, literally
the
like
wares?
flashing. Anything interest you kind of style.
Got it.
Well, if you guys are wearing something colorful, I think that guy's got it under his coat.
I've got my necklace. I'm fine.
That sounds like a euphemism, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Oh, alrighty. I guess I'll go and see what he's got.
I would
Okay.
like to come with you.
All right. So you guys split off from the group for a second.
Oh yeah.
Okay. As you approach him, he eyes you, he clocks you, and he's gonna.
Clocks
Yeah.
you right in the face.
No, he notices you too, and he goes, "How may I help you, gentlemen?" And he kind of like closes his coat, and it's like all cordial about it, you know, like trying to be nonchalant. How may I help you?
Well, you see, I noticed that you might have had some secrets.
And Tingle's gonna wave his wand of secrets and activate it.
It glows, and he goes, "No, stop! Don't. We don't want just this way. If you're looking for something interesting, then you can find this way." And he kind of like leads you kind of further back in line, away from the
Okay.
guards, closer to the gate.
Does the wand ping anything when it's activated?
Absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Well, good to know. Lead the way, good coated sir.
So, what you looking for?
Oh, what do
Anything
you got?
special? Well, I got some acquired jewelry. If you're looking for a gift for a friend or a relative, I also have some. And he kind of like shows you a few vials of potions, and he's like, "If you're looking for some in a nicer night out on the town, this can help."
I'm wondering if you know anyone who has access to the spice aisle.
You all right? You having a stroke there?
Drugs.
Oh. Yeah. I think I could point you the right way. What are you looking for specifically? And you can tell he kind of like pushes you a little further away.
I'll pull out like that small like metal thing I keep my drugs in and like open it up because there's a little bit left, and then show it to him.
Okay.
It's called Karin, where I come from. I'm not too sure what you call it here.
Ooh. Cut in. Talking about dream dust? I think they're the same thing. Is that what you're talking about? This is
Yeah.
this is paler than I remember though. And you're
It's
I really-
cut with flour.
well, because like did I tell you the description of what your
Not
drug
at
looked like?
all.
Okay, I believe it was like a pale powder of sorts. So he's like, I don't know if it's exactly it, but there are people who sell some dream dust in the city. Usually a little more bluer than this, though.
You gonna point me in that direction?
Oh, I can definitely point you in the right direction when you head in. Also, let them know that Mickey sent you. All right.
Mickey.
I just have to say this is the least cool drug dealer
He
to
is.
ever exist.
Why do you think he's like in the outside the city in the shantytown area?
That's true.
He's not successful.
Well, since you seem pretty knowledgeable about all this stuff, Mickey, do you happen to know where I could like find some really old stuff for a gift for my aunt? Like really old. She likes stuff that's like over, 500 years old. Way more than that.
Well, first, if you're looking for, give me a second. If you're looking for the drugs, you wanna head towards.
You Google mapping it?
No, I'm literally looking up the name. I literally had to come up with this whole city today because I've just been running out of time.
This is old times. It's MapQuest.
You want to head towards the dusk side of the city, the western side near the western gate. Most people avoid it. I would suggest, unless you have a reason to be there, avoid it. Plain and simple.
Fair enough.
As for old things, I heard that the Adventuring Guild has a few things on display. I don't know if they're going to be selling things, or the Explorers Guild, I mean, called the Spyglass Foundation.
The Spyglass Foundation.
Yes. And I also heard, and I've seen, because the guild hall is open for most people during the day, Lost and Found also has a few like weird shit that they have on display. Again, don't know if it's for sale. But
Okay. And does Lost and Found like specialize in finding lost and then found things?
no, they're more of an adventuring guild. I don't think they've been active too
okay.
much in the last few years, but yeah.
The name makes sense. Pretty good.
Yeah. Kind of covers what they do to a T.
Well, I heard the owner, some weird shit about him. Also, there's some owl bears that they keep, so if you're not friendly with animals, I suggest avoiding the damn place.
Well,
Fair.
I guess we can maybe go there? I don't know.
We could if we could hit it up after I sleep. I haven't
That's
slept
true.
yet.
You're looking for a tavern.
And I really need to get these leaking blisters taken care of because they hurt a lot.
Oh yes, I remember.
Tingle gestures towards blisters all over his arms. They're literally just oozing pus right now.
Yeah, you might want to go see somebody about that. If you're looking for a place to stay, the Lookout isn't a bad place.
The Lookout. Okay.
Just got an off the beat question here. Is there like a doll maker in this city? Or like a miniature maker? Not drugs, just actual figurines.
Why? I'm just curious why, because that's like a weird thing. Nobody I've ever talked to.
You're okay with the drugs and the fucking gnome
You'd be
asking for all things,
surprised how
but I
many
can't
people
ask
look for
tiny-
drugs, but people don't look for dolls.
I want to dress my fucking pet up, okay? Is that wrong? I want to put tiny clothes on my beetle. Alright?
That's a lot better than what I was thinking, Zubrik. I thought you were going to try and like pose little tiny fairy bodies or something, so
I would
good
suggest
on you!
I would suggest looking for a tailor of sorts, you know. The Golden Stitch is a nice place. Art. If you're looking for something fancy.
Fair enough. It wasn't my request, she asked me to.
Alright. Either way, are you guys like done conversing with this guy, like getting enough information?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to pay him!
Yeah. He's
I'll
not.
conjure a fake platinum piece and flick it behind him and run back to the cart.
He quickly goes after it, and he seems to have lost sight of it. I'm gonna see if he finds it. Actually,
No, it's gone.
it's gone. He's still looking. I rolled a really low number. He's still looking for the piece. All right. As you all make it back to the cart, eventually the line creeps up. You could see Zorhan kind of, signal you guys and the few other carts while talking to the guards, and you can see they kind of wave you in. As you all approach the actual gates, you can see massive iron, what's it called? Like the iron grid. What are they called? The things that come down?
Portcullis.
Portcullis.
Or
Yeah.
portcullis.
Portcullis.
however you
Yeah.
pronounce it.
That's been drawn up and held aloft, and the massive wooden gates behind it have, one of them's fully open, enough space for the carts to move through. As you guys make your way through, you can see the main street here leads, or not the main street, the road here leads directly to what seems like a large square in the distance. You can kind of see all this because the whole city is kind of elevated along direction you're looking. And at a certain point, you know, when it starts to tip off, you could see that there's another almost distant buildings and land on the other side after some sort of gap. Either way, you all make your way through the city, down this main road, which kind of turns left to a wider, more open road, plenty of shops, many people, and a ton of guards. And you can see in the distance there is quite a wide bridge. As you guys approach it, it seems quite long, you know, for a massive masoned bridge, stone bridge that you can see. And along the sides, as you guys are making your way across it, you can see that there are cannons along both sides. And not only that, as you are hugging one side of the bridge as you're going across, you could see that the cliff sides, they have these kind of cutouts, and in each one you're sure you see like a bit of a cannon like head, like the end of the cannon's like sticking out of these holes along this massive cliffside on either side. So like the side you just came from and on the other side. And you notice this is probably where the two oceans meet. And as you look down, there are kind of narrow ways down, held not in place. Like safety wise, there are like steel kind of chains that have been pinned onto the sides of these stairways that lead directly down to what looks like some docks at the base of each side of the cliff, so on the west side and east side. And there's almost no ships crossing directly beneath the bridge currently. But yeah, as you cross the bridge, you realize the side of the city that you are on now is much nicer. You know, trees, gardens, you know, plant life is kind of melded nicely with the buildings. And you can see a massive domed kind of structure that is inside this walled, like an enclosed location that you guys kind of make your way across. And eventually you all get to some kind of property with these iron gates. And in the distance, you can see a manor and a bunch of nice, well-kept topiary plants in front. The manor looks quite massive. And for you, Zubrik, I guess you can give me a history check, because there's some kind of arcane symbol there. You're sure that this place is called Athera, the Arcane Academy, and it's where those gifted with any magical talent, natural or otherwise, usually can go. There are people who can also pay to try to learn magic from those that already know how to cast magic, but they usually accept only those that are gifted. And it's for any age, because, you know, magic can take years and years and years to learn.
You know, Zubrik, maybe you could like pay some poor kid in there to give you some of his notes, you know?
That's not a bad idea.
Get a little bit of that inside knowledge.
Oh, I do want to say, there's one thing I forgot to mention on the bridge. There's basically, you know, like how in London, Buckingham Square kind of style, those like guards standing by at all times. They'll mess you up if you touch them. Yeah, there are guards standing by on the bridges, like basically.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like
They got those silly hats?
Huh?
They got those silly hats? Or...
No. But they are dressed a lot nicer than like the regular towns, the city guards and such. They're dressed more in a uniform like way. Either way.
And on the bridge, when we're passing by, were the cannons up like top where you could see some of them, or are they only like far away from everybody?
No. The cannons are basically all along the sides of both sides of the bridge, pointed out. And not only that, the cannons that were inside the cliffs along the cliff side you can see, but they weren't on top of the cliffs. So they must have some sort of dug-in structure along the cliff side.
Okay.
But they must
have
like
built like honeycombed into the cliff side so that it could have tons of cannons and stuff. Okay, cool.
And since the area, technically this area would be the controlling area where boats can go from the east to the west and vice versa, you can see why there's so much defense there.
Yeah, because Tingle was wondering if he was close enough to a cannon to see if he could see like a maker's mark or a company or something that produced them or whatever. But if he's too far away, no problemo.
Okay. Yeah, you probably could look on the way back, but I'll give you that info next time because I don't have it written down yet. But either way, as you are, when you get here, you help unload some of the supplies. Zorhan thanks you all and even pays you all what's called a small, I'll say 3 gold per person for helping out, protecting the caravan, and not only that, dealing with the supplies and moving them around. Otherwise, he thanks you for your service. He tells you that he's going to be at Galewind Guild on the south side of the city. If you ever need him for a delivery, let him know. Otherwise, you guys are free to do what you will. He will lead you back to the south side of the city, though, because he did have to give another reason for why he was entering the north side.
Okay.
Outside of the main roads, basically. But yeah. As you guys are led back, you cross the bridge again, but this time I'll let you guys kind of do whatever the hell you want from this point on. You guys are on the bridge and you're in a new city, walk by a bunch of things, have no idea where anything is.
Closest tavern. Where is it?
We talked to this weird guy for a while. He was recommending, I think it was called the Lookout.
The Lookout. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Well, it's not a very good lookout now, is it?
Well, I mean, I actually haven't been looking, so maybe it's like a hidden lookout, or just a not very obvious lookout.
It's not a very good lookout.
It's probably on the west side of the city. That's where he was describing most of the stuff.
Or, I mean, it could be over the cliff, because then it would be a lookout.
Well, I just really need to ask for directions. I don't really need to go to an actual tavern.
Well, in that case, I will give you some help.
A scroll will pop out called How to Ask for Directions, and he'll hand it to Emilio.
What's it
Don't
say?
we have a little bit of business that we should be taking care of before we go tavern hunting? I'm all good for a good brawl, but
it is getting, the sun is, it's more in the evening than in the afternoon, I would say. It's closing in on evening.
Do we still have our cat with us?
Yeah, napping away, still in the cart.
Aw.
Well, I figure you guys could just lock me in a closet or something for the night, so then I can't see any moon.
oh, we fixed this today. We came here to fix this.
Yeah, how much Bloodbeard on this?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're right. We'll deal with the cat later. Let's deal with the wolf first.
Okay. So, where are you guys going to try to deal with this?
Well, Emilio still is gifted with some knowledge about how to ask for directions. Inside is printed, literally, ask for directions.
You will find the closest person that actually looks like they know this town well.
Okay. You ask a merchant. that seems to know their way around the city. As they point you towards the chapel circle, he says you'll probably get to a few walls with some gates open, and there'll be nice open areas for meditation and some chapels inside that you can go. Probably there if you want to look for any religious individuals and figures.
Well, onwards.
Okay.
Are we mentioning that's my problem? Or are we gonna say it's like my twin brother's problem, and then I'll just show up and be like, I'm my twin?
But you're lying to the people trying to help us this time would be a good idea.
I
Makes
think we
sense.
just be as honest as possible.
Well, it's my funeral if we're wrong.
Yep, let's go.
Okay, give me one moment. All right, so as you give me a quick survival check to see if you can figure out this new city and get to the place called the Chapel Circle. Someone, whoever is leading everyone.
Not Bloodbeard.
Well, whoever is leading is getting a handy guide called How to Navigate in a New City. It actually has some good information.
Fine, I'll do it.
Yeah, I was about to ask you.
Okay, I'll take the guide. What does it say?
This direction.
Give me a,
Well, alongside some pizza grease stains, it also says that you should look at road signs.
give me
Wow.
a survival check real quick. Just-
Not bad.
Okay. So as you all make your way around the city, you know, weaving through the streets, you might have to ask a few other individuals just for additional directions, but eventually you get to this kind of wall which you end up following around until there is a open archway. Through there, nice, you know, well kept what's called like well kept little gardens, some well swept streets, paved streets, I mean, and you could see a few massive sized chapels along with some open areas under the sun with mats kind of laid out. There are individuals there either already meditating or just kind of walking through enjoying their day. But along one of these open areas, you could see that there is some sort of lecture or sermon, I guess, going on currently. The voice is kind of booming, and you could tell that whoever is giving the speech is kind of very passionate about what they're trying to do, and all they're really talking about is how life is given so it can eventually be taken away. You know, life comes into existence for it to only fade, and it's the natural order of things. And how the two gods, Liara and Zixes, are the ones that give and take. So what are you guys doing?
Weren't we supposed to find the temple of the god of death? Wasn't that what we were told would be the best option?
Well, all I remember was it was like the head honcho guy. So
Yes, I recall the word
Maybe-
zigzags in the archive.
we gotta find the guy with the biggest hat.
It was something. It's so strange. The past few days have seemed like it's just been months and months. I just can't remember.
Can we see a guy with a big hat?
There are a few individuals with big hats, but they don't look religious.
Emilio's gonna look for the person with the biggest hat.
There's like a big sun hat someone's wearing.
Then he just points and he's like, there they are.
Maybe
Oh,
we
there's
should.
the biggest hat. Makes sense.
I don't think the hats denote anything. Maybe we should talk to the person giving the lecture about how life go in, death come out.
So you're saying instead it's like the biggest words they're using? Is that like the rank here?
I think if people all listen to someone, then they must be important.
That's not true at all. You've
I
heard
see a lot of crazy people on street corners, and they're not important at all.
But do you listen to them?
Yeah.
Well, that's on you.
You're looking for the seer.
Thank you,
That's his
Super.
name. No problem.
Thank you. I'm glad it suddenly came to you.
I'm
All
half
right,
asleep.
let's-
I haven't slept in 13 hours.
Yeah, maybe you should stop doing speed. All right, so let's. Just kidding. We are all up fighting. Let's talk to someone. I don't know. Do I see someone who actually looks affiliated with the temple?
There are a few individuals in rows that are walking about. Some are just kind of maintaining the place. Others are kind of showing some other individuals kind of around to different places of the circle. But when you approach one and ask, I'm guessing who the seer is, because that name was thrown around, right?
Yes.
The individual goes, the seer's actually giving a sermon right now. Might want to wait until they're done, or at least go check out, some of the wise words.
Is that Death Come Out guy?
Yes, just like I told you all. So let's go, I don't know, sit in the back and listen. Thank you to the
Okay.
person I just spoke to.
As you all make your way over to the sermon, you could see there's a sizable amount of people gathered. It's almost quite filled, and it's not held inside a chapel. It's held in kind of like a open hall of sorts. There is, sorry, Tristan walked away, right? Okay. There's a ton of people just kind of looking up, admiring this individual as they're giving this, finishing up their sermon. And as he says this, he asks if, he makes sure to reiterate some sort of prayer. I don't, at the end, but I don't know if any of you guys know the language. Can anyone speak Celestial?
Me.
Oh, okay. So sorry, Clover, you're the only one that picks up what this prayer means, and you could see that a lot of people kind of sound the words out. Some sound a little off, but everyone kind of repeats with him. And all it means is from cradle to grave. And just a shortened version of whatever that they're, preaching.
From cradle to grave.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is weird because most people here don't seem to believe in just one god like you, who is like a follower of Liara. They're obviously kind of merging the two together in their belief. And as it finishes up, you could see that people are slowly beginning to disperse. It's still quite crowded.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
You're just
Thing
kind
is
of pushing your way through.
Pushing and occasionally lightly punching the back of someone's knee to make him collapse and get out of his way.
All right. As you shove your way through the crowd, you can see that the seer, he is a bald 40s, maybe mid 40s, human male. He seems to have this kind of odd like discoloration to his skin, where it looks like a bunch of it is kind of lost its color a bit. And let me just pull you aside real quick, Tristan. Yeah, that looks kind of familiar. The affiliate, what's affecting him in a way.
Oh, is that similar to what I have?
Yes, maybe further along.
I see. Okay.
What? What? Okay. But yeah, that's about it that you'll get. Like, instantly.
Okay.
Why did you want that picture, Ian?
All right. So, as you all approach him, he kind of goes, "Do you all have a question for me?"
Yes, we were. Where were we, guys? You know, the last city. Anyway, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Couldn't have prepped this before you
Bellamere.
dragged us up here.
We have a situation, and we were told to come here because apparently you are quite powerful in these types of magic. I'm Clover. I'm a cleric of Liara.
Fellow believer, I see.
Yes. And one of our allies got afflicted with lycanthropy.
And how sure that you are you all about this affliction?
We've seen it. I've tested it.
So you've seen it firsthand.
Yes. I pull out a silver coin and just kind of put it on the edge of his the back of Tingle's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And just take it off to prove.
He's very burnt as well.
Yeah.
See that? I thought if anything you might be asking me to heal some of those blisters, but
I mean, if you would, it wouldn't be, a downside.
Yeah, that'd be a bonus.
I mean, both seem quite the issue currently. Do you have anything that you can offset some of the cost?
How much would it be?
Lycanthropy is not something so easily fixed. It can be almost as demanding as fixing, well, severe injury of sorts. So I would say it would
I'm willing to
probably
give whatever.
help, but I would need some assistance monetarily, of course.
Yeah. I grab my bag and I pull out my coin purse as well as the emerald.
I mean, I guess it's for myself, so I can help pay too.
How much is that in total, Clover?
120 gold worth.
120 gold.
Yeah, I would have put mine up there too.
Okay.
I have,
as you guys are just kind of
113 gold.
Okay. So as you guys are just
177.
so you're just oh,
That's my whole
it
coin
takes
purse.
money? Sure. Let me pull out basically you're detaching your whole coin pouch and just handing it over.
How much does it actually cost?
You're asking him?
Oh, you didn't say it. I thought I had missed it.
He
Okay.
did not say specifically how much.
Okay. Everybody, please relax. How much do you charge for such a service?
Well, now that I know that you have friends along with you that are willing to give up almost everything.
You guys are the biggest rubes in the world.
Friends is a bit of a stretch for some of us, but
Well, you guys did save my life several times, so you're definitely allies at minimum.
Sure, we're friends. That's why I can make fun of you and call you a rube for just pulling out your money purse like that. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry for having empathy and compassion for others.
You could tell that he has, as you're arguing amongst yourselves, he has this big smile on his face, he's enjoying this, he's just loving the atmosphere you guys are bringing to the table in a way, he loves something that he's seeing, obviously.
Just loving it.
Tingle's
Well-
getting progressively more creeped out the more he smiles.
Well, how about this? From Clover, he takes the emerald, and it's a sizable emerald, right? Yeah.
70 GP.
Yeah. He takes this and he says, I think I can make up for the cost for myself.
You sure?
Yes. I just ask one thing. And you can see he kind of lightly touches his throat, and then he speaks extremely loudly, calling for the people that have just kind of started walking away to come back. And he goes, everyone, I've called you back here because we have someone that needs our help. Now please watch as as Liara is going to prove that this individual's life won't end swiftly by someone's blade due to their curse. And he explains that you have lycanthropy, and he starts to and he takes the emerald, and he actually, as he takes it, you could see that he clasps it with the other hand, and as he kind of reveals it, pushes his other hand off of it, it's changed. It's not emerald anymore. It's powderized. And he starts to cast a spell. And while he's doing this, he's also trying to talk to his followers, and even further prove his kind of place, and as he's doing that, okay.
Hey, keep an eye out, Clever. Let me know if he's doing anything weird.
Yeah, Tingle, by the way, this is super weird for you for sure. Yeah, I'm sure you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tingle's convinced himself that he's okay to be here because he's offered to pay him a ton of money and they paid him an emerald, so it's technically a contract and that's all he wanted. But yeah.
Well, as you are as you're just standing there in front of this crowd, you can tell that the people that
Hi, guys.
are just looking at you, and you could see some sort of kind of glowing light happen around you as the seer kind of puts his hand with the powder kind of falling off slowly onto your forehead. It's odd, feels weird, this kind of warmth of a light, and yeah, okay. Your blisters also start to disappear and fade. And
wow.
after a while, he takes his hand off, the glowing kind of dims, and you will have 10 temporary hit points for a week. So keep that.
Oh, wow.
If you lose that, it goes away.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come back every day.
Tingle's got a subclass that literally gives himself temporary hit points, so these will go away sooner or
This
later.
is a one-time thing that'll last a week. If it goes a
Alrighty.
week, it's gone. But yeah.
Wow.
Either way,
I did not expect to feel this good.
yeah, if you feel rejuvenated, and you know how you got no sleep the night before,
Mhm.
it feels like you've definitely had a long rest. Everything feels wonderful.
Wow.
So much better than you thought it would.
Oh, man. This is going to be like a drug, isn't it?
No, my friend. Just that Liara did her work, made sure your path to the future, well, at least the problems for that future is gone for now.
For now? How long for now are you talking?
All problems. We all run into problems here and there. The ones that were ailing you, they're gone. Do
Oh,
not worry.
well, great. thanks for your help, everybody, and look after me somewhere.
Tingle's gonna speed walk away.
As you attempt to walk away, kind of holds you in place a bit,
Whoa.
and he goes,
Oh no.
as he finishes kind of giving the sermon, he kind of eyes the rest of you all, and he goes, thank you for that.
Thank you.
I didn't think I would have a chance to share my abilities and prove my worth for the seat. So close, you know.
You're welcome. Is that it? Like, he's just not a werewolf now?
You shouldn't be. If you're really
Right.
worried and you don't trust my word, then I suggest you tie him down for the night just to make sure. But I guarantee that he is no longer afflicted with lycanthropy.
Thank you very much, Father.
Our
Okay,
contract is
that
sealed. Thanks for the help.
sounds good. Yeah, thank you.
I believe none of you are actually citizens of this city.
No, I'm from
No.
far north.
Well, if anyone asks, or I would like to ask if you can spread the word of my good deeds. Possible.
Sure. We don't. I mean, anytime someone asks me who can remove lycanthropy, you're the only person I know.
I'm Captain Bloodbeard, and this is my favorite cleric on the continent.
He cracks a smile and he's like, I know it must sound odd, but I am aiming for a seat among the Archon. And any bit helps. And
I know.
and I know I used you all, but I hope that you can overlook that for me taking care of your friend's lycanthropy.
I kind of like nervously itch my forearm, and I'm taking a guess time's a big thing for you.
Time is limited, but it makes, a life is dependent on what you make with the time you're given.
Very true. Well, thank you for your help.
Thank you all. I'm sure Liara has sent you my way, so this all worked out for me.
If I ever lose an appendage, you'll be the first person I seek for.
Now that might cost a little more than just an emerald and a plenty of people to see. But
Well, if you give me like a month, I can build you an army if you ever lose one, Bloodbeard.
that face.
I like the showboating aspect would be kind of fun, but
As
maybe it'd be a creepy baby arm at first. That could really freak people out.
as there's a few, acolytes that kind of come up and, take away the seer to, some other place. You guys are kind of left alone now. In this open hall, nice, calming weather, calm weather here. Sorry, my brain's dying. I literally spent all day trying to come up with a city, and now I can't do words.
Nice part of weather.
But go on.
I guess this is where we part ways.
Part ways?
We're only together because we were using the same cart.
Well, to be fair, Zubrik, if we didn't have them with us, we'd never have heard about those ruins on that, the weird Cat's Island? I mean, that might be a pretty big, interesting place to go.
We do also have to deal with this dino cat.
Yeah.
As you guys are saying that, you hear a poof, as there were
It exploded.
and a thunk as something hits the back of Bloodbeard's head.
Rude.
I was like, and there's some other things too. Bloodbeard is going to pop open what he's assuming a message bottle.
What was I want to ask you, what was your first mate's name?
Oh, God, there's a few.
I know, that's why I'm asking you.
Are we talking about Rum John Silver?
I think it is. Was your first name Rum John Silver?
My first mate, Rum John Silver, yes.
Okay. You would the message says, I just saw your first mate. And it's from the same, you know who the message is obviously from, because there's also a little doodle of a middle finger at the bottom of it.
Bloodbeard is going to like put the thing right up to his face. He's like,
Where did that come from?
an old, an ornery sea witch, a secret bitch. Not so secret, but she just sold.
Admirer?
Never in the 9 hells will I ever lay with that salty sea dog. That I can't even think of insults because my gods! Rum John! There's somebody masquerade round as my dead friend Rum John!
That seems like a
Okay,
pretty
first-
convoluted way to let you know.
Well,
I mean, sometimes people express their affection in weird ways.
And if you break the bottle, she is giving you free shivs every once in a while, so...
yes. Anyway. I was like, Peach, she is not... I'm very bad at the names without the map. But she's not in this city, is she?
No, she is in the... Here, I'll let you know where she is.
She's north. She's in Barteras Bay, right?
Barteras Bay, yeah. She says she'll be waiting at Barteras Bay for about a month at most. Or...
And how long of a hike is Barteras Bay from here?
Maybe a few days. Or not a few days, like a week. You can't stay here too long because you've already been traveling about a week.
Well, I have a proposition. Tingle, Zubrick, you guys want to go see Dinosaur Island ruins? You're gonna need a crew. I might have a crew. I have the know-how to make a crew. I need to get to Barteras Bay within the month. So if you all don't have anything to do, I don't really have money, but the promise of adventure and getting to where you want to go without taking a captain's share, I think is fine enough contract. Besides, seeing all those coins you were throwing out, you all kind of bury me in wealth anyway.
As long as we get first dibs on magical equipment.
That's fine with me.
And... you give us a jacuzzi on the ship.
I saved your life, so we'll do the jacuzzi only as if it's your armor heating it.
Yeah, that's not...
Are the rest of us not invited?
No, I'm going to get to you guys in a second. I just figured they'd be the hardest sell. I mean, Wanderer, you kind of wander for a living. You are sort of the resident cat expert here. I'm sure we're going to have to take the little one back to his family. And Clover, you're kind of the healer, and I don't think you leave Wanderer's side. And... let me just find something to eat real fast. He's gonna take his hat off, he's got short on, and he's gonna be like, Emilio, you can come too! But I don't have to like it.
I appreciate the offer, but I got some business in the city, so we'll see how that goes first.
Oh, I said within the month. I'm sure I'm not in any condition to leave right now. But
Well, what kind of business do you have to do, Emilio?
I'm looking for a guy. Actually, you might know him. He's a gnome too. I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
we all know each other.
Yeah.
jeez, that's like saying the Wanderer and I know every tiefling. Like we knew that little boy who was begging outside the city.
Well, do you guys not know?
I did
everything?
know him.
Anyways, his name was Lord Lanrick. Apparently, he's in the city somewhere.
Lord Lanrick. That's his whole name? His first name's Lord?
Well, I'm assuming that's his title. I don't know his first name, but as a lord, I'm
Well-
pretty sure people will know him.
Let me see if I can recall anything.
A little scroll will pop out saying the genealogy of gnomes, and Tingle will start racking his brain to try and remember if he knows a family member named Lanrick.
Distant relative.
Yeah.
I'm doubtful I do.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Turns out I don't know a random gnome that I've never met before.
I mean, he's a lord, so I feel like he'd be more likely to know him than a
I'm
random.
from pretty far down south. I don't really mix up here.
That's fair. Well, I know he's somewhere in the city, and I'm supposed to find him. So
As you guys are talking about where to find Lord Lanrick, there is, I know it's like a bad taste in your mouth after you say it.
Just a little bit of a
That's like-
vomit every time.
Yeah, Lord Lanrick, God. I was really hoping we're gonna go with a bit of his first name being Lord, so I'd be like, that's kind of dumb. That's like calling someone Duke Allison.
So you guys realize that there is a ton of guards, Marines and all, everyone just running towards the gate that you guys came from, towards that direction. There's kind of bells ringing in the distance. Something's going on.
Well, I was going to say maybe ask these useless guards, but looks like there's adventure afoot. Could it be? Do I smell a plot hook? Bloodbeard's gonna go, if only to see if they're distracted enough that he could maybe swindle something when they're not.
You cut out at the end.
Oh, to see if if they're really distracted, so maybe he could swindle some. But we'll see.
From who?
I don't know. If the guards aren't paying attention, just
Bloodbeard just
Okay.
races after all these guards to the looting.
So as you guys all as you all watch this, all the guards running away, and Bloodbeard, you said you're only gonna follow if everyone else goes, right?
Oh no, I'll just go anyway.
You're just gonna go. Okay, yeah. You start kind of following in the direction of what the hell's going on there.
I might grab Clover because they're small and just in case.
Okay.
Hop on my back, little one.
See, Clover's kind of just lost in thought, and then you just shake Clover out of it. Yeah, sure, yeah.
There's adventure to be had.
Adventure!
As you guys run off into the distance, what is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna follow them because I don't trust him with Clover.
All right.
Zubik,
Zubik.
I think that's our ride.
I guess. Let's go.
No, he's
Something
my
now.
ride.
I mean, I think that Dilla had different ideas, but everyone wants to go there, so he's like, "Fuck it."
Let's go. Come on.
All right. When you
Emilio
guys-
wasn't gonna go, but I guess he's gonna go now that everybody else is.
Peer pressure! It's my high charisma score.
when you guys get there, you see an odd sight. There are a ton of guards setting up barricades, and drawing their weapons and armor. They're trying to keep the civilians back as far as they can. But through the gates and through the people, you guys can see some kind of magic. Bright lights arcing across the floor. And then
It's just the rich asshole.
and then you
This
see
Never
needs a change
a-
of tune.
and then you see someone go, one of the guards shout, move back, retreat, move back, as there are people kind of backing up, because of this guy shouting, you could see there's a shadow along the other side of the gate that slowly closes in and pushes against the gate. It's a massive ooze of sort.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
You could see the gate kind of, the wall itself kind of rumble a bit. Then you could see it slowly start to kind of push further and further in as the ooze literally like sinks into the wall, dissolving. More caustic than any other ooze you've ever actually heard of or seen. Literally eating its way through the stone.
Can I... There's other people around watching this, right?
Yeah. There are people running away at this point.
Oh, they're running away. I thought people were watching.
There are some people that were watching. Most of the civilians are starting to run now. Some of the guards are opening fire at it and whatnot.
Oh, okay. So this is a bad situation. I thought it was like a celebrity ooze that everyone had come to greet. So I was really confused.
No, it was this. It's a massive, monstrous ooze that towers over the size of the gate itself. That is, and not the wall, but basically it's taller than the gate because it's pushing through it and dissolving through the gate.
Okay, yeah, that seems bad. All right, should we fight this thing?
Shorts, so whatever you guys do, I'm gonna be staying back here.
I will offer moral support. Unless you have something I can shoot it with. Wait! Are there any cannons on this side?
There are guards, and some of them have kind of brought over cannons, but they're arming it, and they're kind of managing with it. There are a few guards that must have died, because you're sure not all the guards from the gate area came back out. So
To the cannons?
I want to know what you all are doing.
Well, I think us melee type folks might want to go to the cannons. If this thing comes in and eats the city, you're not gonna find your Lord Lawston. It's gonna eat the cat.
Who the hell is Lawston?
Oh, Lord Lanric, sorry. I must have been thinking of that place Lost and Found, because this Lord guy seems lost to us, and if only we can find him.
Maybe we should go there. Like, he's lost to us. We can find him.
As y'all are
spell slots.
Yeah, I'm keeping myself at distance, but throwing Sacred Flame. I turn back to the group. What are you guys doing? This ooze is just getting into the city.
Well, look, I
We've
can't
gotta help!
Well, I'd like to help, but I just don't think my arrows are gonna do much against it. So I think we need to.
Fine.
Just help us load some cannonballs!
As now the guard are basically throwing whatever they can, bolts, arrows, cannons at it. Nothing seems to be phasing this thing.
You asked it nicely.
It's like one of them goes, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Never
Asking
know.
a ooze nicely.
Haven't tried magical ammunition!
Tingle's gonna, if there's like a cannon nearby-ish, Tingle's gonna try and run over to a cannonball that's being loaded into the barrel, and he's gonna tap it, and with an action and magical tinkering, he's going to make it a just light emitting glowing cannonball.
So it's
I don't know if that'll
magical.
actually, yeah.
Does that work? I always wondered that too.
I have no idea!
Okay. Well, either way,
But now I'm next to a cannon, so I can actually look at it for a second.
the
Oh,
guards
risk your lives. Have fun.
load it up, fire it. It doesn't seem to work. I'm gonna just say that right now. You can't just cast a
needs
light on something and have it
more!
be magical.
It needs more!
Either way, as you guys are figuring out whether you should run or deal with this, or help the guards or whatever or whatnot, you could see the ooze kind of take a weird shape as it starts to almost what's called push the center of it out to the outside, creating like a donut shape. And walking through barefoot as before prince, just calmly walking on top of the ooze, basically walking in to the city. He still has a pleasant smile to his face, and he's quickly gestures the others around, behind him, and the tiefling and the young pale lady both approach to where he is, and you hear, "Kneel." I need everyone to make a wisdom save.
Irma.
Could have seen that one coming.
Is this a magic effect that would be affected by gnome cunning?
Yes,
Okay.
so you have advantage. Okay. Val is the only one that succeeds, and it's hard to resist. But basically, all of you that have failed, you take at least one knee. Just without even meaning to. One of your knees buckles. You just kind of fall over and take a knee. You okay?
I will also kneel because I'll look around at me and be like, "Oh shit, I guess we are." So.
Better not stand out, right? Okay. As you do, at this point, there are plenty of people that either were running, have gotten curious again at what's going on with the booming voice that's coming through. Start gathering. You could see the prince kind of get lifted up a bit, so from the ground by the ooze, and then at this point the prince speaks. You all will hear, "I know. Now you must know who I am. I am Prince Nasser. I've come here with news for all of you who are seeking riches beyond your wildest dreams. Head towards the desert. And I have revealed my once lost tomb to the world. Found it after about a century of waiting for someone to find it, and none being successful, that I reveal it to you. Here is the location. If you ever wish," and as he says here's the location, all of you kind of get an image in your minds. It is, what you see is in a vast desert. There is an oasis that seems to be boiling, which for Zubrik and Tingle, you would know where that is.
Okay.
The vision kind of quickly shifts to go southeast towards where there's nothing. Like, it's just all sand. No civilization down there normally. You can see that there's 3 pillars. 3 massive pillars, by the way, that don't seem to come into view until you're quite close. And in the middle of the 3 pillars is a spiral, like a spiraling, not a staircase, but like a long slide, almost like very low elevation or low slope
It's a
slide.
pillar.
Are you asking if that's a JoJo reference?
I was joking, but 3 pillars. Come on.
Yeah. But that's what you guys would see.
Okay, and it's like a spiraling ramp or something.
Yeah, basically from not upwards but downwards into the.
Oh, downwards.
Yeah.
Okay, into the earth.
Yeah,
Or
and it's
sand,
in the
I should
middle where it looks like that would be covered by the sand and whatever's on top, but you get the vision that it leads deeper somewhere. He
Does
says
the vision of that's going down, the second if Tingle's able to move at all, that vision that he's seeing down the tube, he's going, if he can, use magical tinkering to make that image appear on a cannonball right next to him.
You can, I guess, yeah. Just kind of like magically
I'll link it.
click engrave it into the cannonball.
Yeah, because he can make a picture, a static.
Yeah, so it's like an illusion that's kind of depicted.
Yeah,
on
so it's
the
like
cannonball.
a illusory picture.
Got it. It's
on the
distorted a
cannonball.
bit because it's spherical. Like you could even just do it on the ground, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's basically trying to make something that he could then try and examine with more detail later if possible, see if he can like make out anything down that tunnel.
Yeah. Using that quick like thought of I should make a note of this and just like
I need to remember this.
Flashing it onto something real quick. Okay. Yeah. When you do that, as you do that, you would hear, I've gotten bored and of this temple of mine that's just been sitting there gathering dust. Now, I want you all to try and plunder it. I want to know and see if I were to have died all those years ago, how much would I have lost to scavengers like yourselves? As he says this, he kind of, the image fades. You could see he seems content. He turns around and he quickly says, oh, and for those 4 guards that have lost their lives, I'll return them to you and used as useful servants to this city. And as for this wall, and as the ooze kind of dissolves away, he then casts a spell and you could see the earth beginning to rise to fill up that gap in the wall, literally created by it, and turn and solidify from dirt to stone. He goes, I think that should be enough. Now enjoy my riches if you can. He smirks, turns around, and walks away.
Did the ooze leave too?
Yeah, the ooze dissolved away too.
Okay.
That's all he wanted to do.
Man loves the scavenger hunts.
Wow.
By the way, this is like for Tingle and Zubrick, by the way, this is the biggest news. Like, imagine Atlantis being found for like archaeologists. Imagine that. Like, that's how big of a fucking news this is, because his tomb was created and never found. So,
well, turns out Bloodbeard's thing is on hold.
Hold on now. we wouldn't have learned about this if I hadn't dragged you down here.
Yes, and now you won't get the chance to earn 200,000 gold either if you don't go on this.
Do you actually want to get involved with this guy's whole weird scavenger hunt challenge thing?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like it.
So you guys, try to put this in perspective. Sir, you know this entire city? If every single person in here just gave you everything they owned, it would still just be like the antechamber of the prince's place, and that's it?
I understand that there's a lot of stuff there, but don't you think that there would be a catch? This guy doesn't really seem like he's a good guy.
Oh, it's going to be terribly dangerous, and that's why we're going to have all the other people there as well. We're just going to clog all the gears of the terrible death traps with their bodies.
Tingle, I'm sure we have plenty of time. The more bodies they throw at it, the less guards there will be when we enter.
See, that was how I was thinking.
But if we get there first, then we can also try to get the stuff from the people that get in and are successfully able to take stuff out.
Tingle, remember the last 6 people that went into a tomb we were with?
Yeah.
We would be basically them.
Yeah, but Zurbrich, it's the tomb.
I understand that, Tingle.
Yeah.
You almost died to a wolf. You want to enter the tomb of a demigod.
Dear, but it's a bad idea.
Are
Go
you so
late.
willing to lose life over riches? I don't understand.
Listen, Tinkle, I am all about pillaging this man's booty. But
Yeah,
I
I
agree
talked, I
with
talked
you.
about that with Clover. You can't pillage his booty.
What's a booty?
you see, it's pirate slang for treasure because they keep it in like a trunk or a treasure chest. Sometimes called a boot. Sometimes pirates, some of them have slightly different accents. Like, oh, just throw it in the boot. So if you're plundering his booty, you know.
Ah.
And if you're carrying it in a cart and it bounces on the road, it can also be called a badonkadonk.
You suddenly have all of my attention.
Oh my god.
So, if I'm on the back of a horse and my coin purse falls, my booty fell and became a badonkadonk?
Yes.
Yeah.
God, this language thing is so weird.
I hate this.
Zubrik will just tap Tingle on the shoulder, say, "We'll talk about this later," and he'll go find the golden stitch.
Well, see you, Zurbrich.
Meet me at the lookout.
I don't know where it is, but I'll find you there.
All right. So
I need
Zubrik
some
is
water,
headed off.
Pete. I'll be back.
Yeah, maybe it's a good time to take a break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Okay. Yeah. A great note to end on for the moment.
By the way, I'm so sorry that my brain isn't working today. Like, I can't speak.
No worries, no worries.
Not that I normally can, but it's especially bad today.
I will be back.
Yeah, break time. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes for those that are watching. Yeah. Thoughts?
I like that Clover dropped their booty like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. When the cleric's in the club, gotta drop it like it's hot.
If only we had a bard. If only Clover was a bard.
Well, I'm glad that the whole Tingle thing came to an end. I know it wasn't like super like, what would you do for me, but it really didn't make sense to make it like that with the person you were dealing with. Someone said, I don't know what I stumbled into, but Robert does know how to get people killed. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, track record's been pretty solid for himself and others. I mean,
Yeah, I don't trust that little man.
yeah, but I gave you guys a cool thing you could do now or in the future.
Yeah, you think we have time to do it right now?
Technically, yeah. I mean, it's an open world
No.
way of running the thing, so
That's how you die.
depends.
A painful, painful death.
Probably right. Oh, and I know I didn't say this, but since everyone's just kind of, since I like to just talk while everyone's kind of gone, I am going to say that the guards that were killed, that were returned, they weren't returned back to full life. Obedient skeletons. So.
Sucks to suck. Cops?
Hey, maybe one of those skeletons was wearing full plate armor and now that doesn't fit because they don't got no organs.
Well, you could try to get it, but...
Ooh, I can try. And I can fail. But I can try.
Yeah, like you can try and go, raid the tomb of Prince Nasser.
Oh, no. I was referring to those guards that died that got turned into skeletons if they had...
They would still technically be wearing the armor, the metal parts at least.
You're serving the by selling it to Tingle.
But yeah. At this point, is everyone back already?
Wow.
That was a fast break.
I was getting water.
All right. Well, we are back already. All right. So, you all are at the gate, the east gate. What are you all doing?
Well, if there's those skeleton guards putting around in plate armor, Tingle's gonna walk up to one.
There are other guards that have circled them, so you're gonna have to push your way through guards when they're probably not.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
No, sorry, you can't.
I just wanted to give you guys some money for the dead guard's armor. I know it probably has terrible memories because it belonged to your friend who just got eaten and melted.
They don't seem so dead. I thought
But they're dissolved, and he just said that they're dead.
Well, apparently he returned them back. They seem to be following orders.
Hey, are you guys dead?
No response, but you do see them moving. They've kind of, stood up, gathered whatever they could there, and they're just kind of standing guard right now.
I think they're dead. But hey, if any of you guys ever get tired of looking at your dead friend's stuff, I'll buy it.
Tingle walks away.
An opportunist through and through.
Why did Zubrick appoint you the talker of the two?
Because honestly, I think Zubrick might be a little worse sometimes.
So, Zubrick, you are going to go find the golden stitch, right? Okay. When you get there, you're gonna have to ask around a few places, but you split up from the group. So when you get there, you are talking. Oh, let me just ask, what are you trying to order? Because I don't have too much of this. My brain's kind of fried today.
Eleonora requested a small little beetle tuxedo.
Okay.
Bugzito?
It's a weird request, obviously, but they are willing to try to make it as long as you can pay them up front for it, because it sounds like a ridiculous request.
Yep, no problem.
And it's gonna cost 10 gold pieces.
Make it 15 and use your finest silk, please.
Sure, of course. Right away, sir.
Nothing but the best for my subordinates. Alright.
Okay, so while Zubrick's gone and dealing with getting a suit for Eleonora, what is everyone else doing?
Oh. I assume we should try to find this lookout place that we are supposedly crashing at.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could also look for Lord Lawston.
Lord
point?
Lanric.
Lanric. Bloodbeard really threw me off with that one, so.
Well, if only his first name, then maybe we could make a connection between that and another place we might have heard about recently, but we don't, so.
I mean, I wonder if Lost and Found is where you go to find things that you've lost. Oh,
Maybe.
Lost and Found.
Well, I did hear they had some interesting stuff because they're like an adventurer guild, so we could hit that place on the way.
You're
But
anti-adventurers.
they're the people that
No, I just
died
thought
to
it was
bring
like
you
a
fancy
Lost
stuff.
and
What was that,
Well-
Emilio?
Found. I just thought it was a Lost and Found, so. But I'm not
Or
looking
like
for an
for
adventurer
pets?
guild.
Well, maybe they might have some advice about our new pet, speaking of pets.
Well, that's true. They might have found dinosaur cat things.
Yeah, or maybe they've been to that place.
I
In the
guess.
most not obvious you're asking for a specific dinosaur island location way possible, you can ask that, please.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to ask.
Is there a reason why we're trying to be vague to them about the dinosaur place?
Because it might have tons and tons of riches there.
We don't have to tell them that.
They're an adventuring guild, they'll just sniff it out. Like, we are literally the people that they would be like, oh, some random guy came in and said he'd heard about a mysterious island where there were dinosaurs and ancient ruins, and now let's go on a quest there. That's literally their jobs.
I don't know. Maybe they're just terrible at their jobs.
Well, either
Well, they
way,
might get
let's.
lost a lot.
Do we want to find the lookout first or Lanric?
I mean, it would be nice to figure out where we can lay our heads tonight. Maybe put our rooms together. And then
Sure.
try to find this Lanric fellow.
I guess so.
Alrighty.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. As you ask around town for where the lookout is, they'll point you in the right direction. It's in a place called Noon's Way, where many of the other guild halls and such are. It's in the southern part of the city. As you make your way over there, you see a tavern that is made of plastered wood frame, and with gray shingled roof. A finely crafted, god damn it, has finely crafted furniture on the inside, and it's called a tortoise that seems to be kept as a pet, also kind of on the side. Contains a large oak countertop and a dance floor. And above the fireplace is a buckler that is engraved with the logo that actually matches the thing that Amelia found on the bauble, and that some of the guards are wearing now that you realize.
This thing is suddenly far less cool than it was when I first found it. He's gonna... No, he's not gonna do anything.
Inside, there's plenty of individuals, drinking, eating. There isn't really music playing right now. It's kind of more of a downtime, but there's a person behind the bar, a male half-orc that seems to own the place. There's a individual that's taking orders, a half-elf, and every once in a while when the door to the back of the kitchen opens, you can see a dragonborn back there. So otherwise, plenty of different individuals, merchants, normal, just kind of day-to-day workers here and there, even a lot of guards just kind of in the establishment, enjoying some food, some drink, and such. No one seems to pay you all mind as you all enter, too, so.
Well, Who
someone
wants to
get
try
us-
and get rooms?
Not me.
Okay, I will. So I will go to the person who looks like they work here, I guess.
The half orc or the half elf.
Half elf, yeah.
Okay.
Hi, do you have any rooms available?
Oh, if you're looking for rooms, I believe we do, but you can talk to Jacoba about that. He points you over to the half orc behind the bar.
Okay, I will talk to them.
And when you get over there, he's on the older side, but he's dressed well, wearing a gray shirt, pleated pants, and a blazer. His brown hair is kept short and neat. As you approach, he's like, "Here for a drink, or place to stay, or some food?"
We're looking for a place to stay.
All right, how many of you?
We have 6 people, but we can double up.
All right.
We also have a pet.
Oh yeah.
What kind
We
of?
have a cat.
Oh, that's fine.
Don't forget the horse.
A stable, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I mean we're not gonna bring the horse in the room.
No, the horse will stay in the stable. If it's just a cat, that's fine. Just make sure it doesn't really bother the folks around you, or in the other rooms.
Got it.
Yeah, got it.
We're
how many-
those kind of people.
How many rooms were you looking to get in?
I guess 3, unless they're extra big.
Well, if you're looking for 3 rooms, that's 3 gold. If you're looking for food, that's another gold a day for both breakfast and dinner.
So it's 3 gold, like 1 gold per room.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's how many gold for food per day?
It's a gold per person for food. The food
Okay.
costs more for sure.
All right, great. Well, I will pay for Clover and me our room and food
Okay.
for one night and 1 day's worth of food for now, I guess.
Got it.
Well,
So that
I
is
can
2
pay
gold.
for Zerbruk and Maya's room, and I'll buy Zerbruk some food, and I guess I'll buy myself food too.
Oh
Another
man, does
2.
that mean I'm stuck with the pirate again?
I swear, you guys do this on purpose to spite me every single time.
Yeah, I wanted to room with Clover this time.
I wanted to actually, yeah, no, I had him last time.
Okay, fine. If someone will cover Clover, then I'll room with one of you two.
I can cover myself.
I'll cover
Don't
Clover.
worry.
No, you give away all your money, Clover.
I'll
You
cover
I don't- Okay, so I guess tieflings will stick together this time.
I'll get the room this time, Wanderer.
All right, thank you.
But you can get the food.
Okay, so we both. Okay, so I just put in 2 gold.
All right. So as you guys pay for your rooms and food, the place looks nice. You know, it's welcoming. There's plenty of people, and it feels quite safe. Outside, there's the wind has started to pick up, but now that you're inside, all nice and cozy.
Wait, who's taking the cat? I guess I should. Okay.
Yes.
Problem
Who's
solved.
bringing in the cat, and how?
Oh yeah, it's pretty big, huh?
Yeah,
Well, we keep it in the cage, right?
I
We'll just
believe you
carry
guys
it.
have it in the cage, but it was sleeping.
We'll put a blanket over it,
Okay.
over the cage, not the cat. We're not just gonna like make a career.
Okay, and then you're gonna try to carry it through the tavern into your room.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Done. Okay.
Wait, if you need some help, I can make it meow like a small cat.
Let's just draw the least amount of attention to ourselves as possible.
Give me an animal handling check as you do this.
With guidance, actually.
I'll still take it. Let's
You
have
can't.
a really
Guidance
successful.
Guidance before the roll.
It's fine. I got. a 20,
Yeah.
so-
As you're carrying the cat, you have it covered over. It kind of opens its eyes briefly as you approach it, and then it kind of closes its eyes again as you toss the tarp over the cage and lift it up gently and carry it all the way to your room. It's kind of heavy, but yeah.
Wanderer, would it maybe make more sense to have this in Clover's room? I mean, they're the sort of the cat whisperer. Actually, no, never mind. They'll let it out. Forget I said anything.
Yeah, I think the cat is better off with us, responsible adults. We do need to get this cat some food, though.
Yes.
Can I just go down to the kitchen and ask if they have any, like, scraps or anything?
Yeah. Like, what kind of scraps? Mostly, like...
I mean, ideally meat, but anything would be acceptable, I guess. As long as it's not a garlic or, you know, a thing that poisons cats.
I mean, you could ask for some, like, raw ingredients in a way, like...
Yeah, I mean, just like little meat bits or fish bits.
Got it. Yeah, give me a persuasion check. The when you kind of like stick your head in when no one's looking to the cook in the kitchen and ask the Red Dragonborn, you know, hey, do you have any scraps, you know, meat preferred and such? Like, nah, if you're looking for some you know, scraps like that, you can buy a meal, use whatever's left. But no scraps here.
Not a cat lover, huh?
For a cat?
Yeah.
Here, just take some of this. And he kind of quickly grabs like a handful of chopped what looks like octopus. He gives you a little bundle of it. Probably a little too small for this cat, but
Thank you. See, I knew you were an animal lover. So I'll take it and try to feed it to the cat. Do they like it?
it's going to like it. It's gonna love it.
Okay, good. I'm glad this cat has the same taste as a regular cat. And since you said it wasn't enough, I'll give them a bit of, I don't know. In the ration kits, is there anything that's like a cheese at least? Like a hard cheese or something?
A dried sausage.
Yeah, dried sausage, spam.
I mean, you could buy basically things off them for that kind of stuff too.
Okay, well, let's just say I spent like a silver and got this cat fed. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah.
Okay.
Which you're still kind of like feeding it through the cage because you don't want to let it out, right?
Correct.
Got it. As for everyone else, tell me what you're doing.
Well, I imagine Tingle is holed up in his room waiting for Zubrick to show up and using his mix of his tinker tools and smithing tools and prestidigitation to make small, really tiny tools when he needs to try and repair the straps on his armor.
You're using your tools to create tiny tools.
Well, yeah, because he can prestidigitate a small, non-magical trinket that fits in the palm of his hand. So if he's like, oh man, I really need this exact needle, he can make a single needle appear in his hand for until the end of his next turn.
So you're just kind of like creating it to use it and creating another one to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And then it's like, okay, now general work, pulls out his regular tinker tools and gets to work, and then, oh, this piece is a little dented, pulls out a hammer and smacks it a couple times. That
So
kind of
you're working on your armor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Zubrick, you can probably end up finding this place all right. If it depends on if you're doing anything else before you come here.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some drugs.
Okay, you're gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some drugs.
Got it. Let's
We left
let's
him
do
alone.
That. Let's go buy you some drugs.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hope he shares this time.
So what are you gonna do and where are you going in the city?
I head to the west side by the gate.
Okay. So when you get to the gate, it looks pretty identical to the one that you came in. But there is a side that people seem to be traveling less in, further west, closer to the wall.
Any sketchy looking people on that side?
Yeah, like that's a sketchy looking area overall.
Gotcha.
So you could probably go there.
Alright, I'll head over there and look for a sketchy looking dude in a big coat.
No, it's more like when you go looking, you do find that it's like another part of town, but you could tell that the shadow of the massive wall that looms over this area as it becomes closer and closer to the evening, like it just kind of casts it in this large shadow a lot earlier. So it's just like a darker part of the neighborhood, literally. But as the lanterns are lit, and they're a little farther fused, spaced out wise too, a lot earlier on this side, you see that there's like an oddly like welcoming tavern. There are plenty of people talking, there's music being played. As you step inside, you realize all the sounds that you hear on the outside are just kind of a lie. It must be some enchantment. And on the inside, it's kind of run down, shitty. There's like 3 individuals drinking at the bar. Nothing else going on. Every step you take, it kind of sticks to the ground. Kind of gross.
All right.
The bartender notices you, like, haven't seen you around.
Mickey sent me.
What did you say?
Mickey or Mikey? Because I spelled it with a K and I can't remember anymore.
Oh, Mikey sent
Mickey
me.
Mouse, man.
Is it Mikey?
Yeah, I think it was Mikey.
All right. Mikey sent me.
Sent you in here for what? What's that loser want?
Told me I could find some Kyrin in here. I think he called it like angel balls or something. I'm not too sure. He sounded pretty stupid.
He called it what? Angel balls.
Something like that.
I think you're talking about dream dust, but
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
you're not here for a drink.
I could get one too.
Well, if Mikey sent you, then fine. Have a seat.
I will take a sticky seat.
Next time you come in here, if you're looking for what you said out loud like an idiot, just ask for a clear ale. All right?
Noted.
Now, how much clear ale do you want?
Well, there's a big price difference between here and where I'm from, so what can 50 gold get me?
By the way, do you have an idea of how much 50 gold got you back there?
I had enough for the journey from when me and Tingle, I guess, started at that certain place to when I met these guys, and that lasted me probably a month.
Okay.
So,
Well, you're looking to spending what, 50 gold? Is that all you have?
that's all I'm willing to tell you.
Hey, I knew you were a smart one. All right, 50 gold. Then you could probably get about 2 months worth here. About that much.
Do you deal, or is there somebody else in the back?
You need it sent anywhere.
In my pocket.
You have enough for...
I brought exactly 50 gold with me.
Perfect. The money.
Could I see it first? He said it looked different than what I'm used to.
So you want to try a bit of it.
I just want to see it, and I'll pull out my little container and dump the leftovers on the bar. He said yours is more blue.
He looks at it, he's like, He kind of like dabs it with a bit of his pinky. He's like, takes a whiff, and he's like, that actually does smell like dream dust. Yeah, but ours is definitely a different color.
Blue raspberry. I understand.
I mean, if it has the same effect, people keep coming back for more, so.
All right, and I'll take 50 gold out and then slide it over to him.
Okay. He, takes the gold and he goes, all right, here's a drink on the house. Welcome. Are you going to be sticking around town much?
I don't honestly know. There's this guy who wanted to leave, and this other guy who wanted to leave, and this person who wants to find some Lanric guy.
Well, if you become a usual here, I can hook you up or send you in the right direction if you're looking for something specific. So
I'll be sure to come back. What's your name?
the name is, I need to look up. Where is it? I'm so... It's Verdal.
Did you say like turtle but with a V?
Verdal.
Oh, okay.
Verdal. And yours?
You can call me Zuzu.
Zuzu.
It's my street name.
That's your street name?
Yes.
Alright, Zuzu.
It's Goblin.
You're not from here for sure, are you? Guessing what?
No.
Sarah?
Yes. Can you tell by the tan and the contempt in my voice?
No, more the clothing. I feel like if you want to blend in, you might want to get some different garbs. But, alright. And you could see that as you were talking, you heard some taps, like specific, like metallic clacks and taps as you were talking to him. And you could, after a while, it kind of stopped, which was odd. The door behind him opens. Someone comes out with a small little case, bigger than what, obviously, like, you had your little case for. And he plops it down on the table. It's well kind of like packaged, like a little like a satchel for like a picnic or whatnot. He's like, now here it is. Make sure grandma gets it. Hope you enjoy. If you need more, come back. Don't talk to Mickey again. Mikey.
Can I open it real quick to see if he's not fucking with me?
Yeah. You kind of like take a peek, unwrap it a bit. He's like, you don't trust me.
No, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, I see. Addict. Got it. As you quickly like unwrap it, it looks and feels kind of like yours, but there's like a blue hue to it. And it doesn't, like, just looking at it, doesn't look like there's anything wrong or weird about it. So you're gonna take some?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take some on the way out and then split it into 4 quarters. Put 3 quarters in my bag and keep 1 quarter in the case.
Okay.
And then head to find the lookout.
Yeah. As you do that, it hits pretty quickly, this drug. So as you head out, you start feeling the effects. Absolutely the same. There's no weird side effects, as you know of right now. But yeah, you start to leave. By the way, I will tell you the shady area that you've been in, like the shadowy area, literally shadowy area. That area is called Dusk Side. So there are a lot of the thieves.
Oh, I thought you just meant it was the dusk side of the city. Like
no, it's literally called Dusk Side.
All right, gotcha.
So yeah, I have like names for generic areas in the city, because if you guys are gonna stay here long, I might have to break the city up into big chunks for when specific things happen. So yeah, as you're headed back, trying to find your way out of Duskside, you know, the dream dust, or Chiron, hits. Starts to feel good and great. Then all of a sudden, darkness. It's almost as if you went blind. It just kind of envelops you. It freaks you out for a moment. But before you run, like trying to get out of this darkness or something, you hear, "All right, don't be an idiot. You're surrounded. Toss in front of you everything that's valuable, and we'll let you leave. No harm, no foul."
Can I tell where it's coming from?
There's a voice. Basically, give me a perception check with disadvantage because you're high. Everywhere. Another voice like, "Yeah, come on, don't be an idiot like the last guy." It's from a different direction, but again, from everywhere.
Was I in the street when this happened?
Kinda. The streets here aren't really filled with people in
I
Duskside.
see. So my best case scenario here is to start firebolting every direction.
You
running.
can. You absolutely can.
I will.
Okay. You're gonna firebolt?
Yeah.
Okay. You cast firebolt. Roll me an attack with disadvantage. Okay. You start firing firebolts left and right, you know. And as soon as you do, you hear, "Holy shit, he can cast magic." as you hear some patters of scattering. And you also hear some stuff whizzing by you. Does a 12 hit?
No.
No? Okay. And I have to roll 2 more times. Well, natural 20 is going to hit. And I'm guessing a 11 doesn't hit, but 12 doesn't hit. So,
No.
yeah, the natural 20, it's going to do 6 points of piercing damage as you get hit with a bolt of sorts. It hurts, painful, but you hear one of the go, "Just fucking scatter," as you're just constantly firing firebolts.
I just realized something. I'm gonna take the blanket off of Eleanor and just see through her eyes and start running.
Oh, because she can see through the darkness.
Yeah.
The magical
Fine.
darkness.
Oh, it's not that. Oh, I thought it was blind.
No,
Never mind.
it's
Yeah.
magical
The drugs
darkness.
turned him blind.
No, if it's still
What were
blind,
these
when I
cut
look through
with?
her eyes, I'm just gonna keep running.
Okay.
I honestly just thought they threw a sack over his head.
So yeah, it wasn't blindness. It was magical darkness. So can Eleanor see through that?
No, she can't. But
Okay.
I figured if I was,
So you're just gonna run.
yeah,
Give me a survival check.
sure.
I just want to see if you choose the right direction and don't run into a wall. You run into a
no.
fucking wall.
All right, do the smart thing.
One
Turn
more
90
time.
degrees and keep running.
Yeah, you just kind of like run in a direction that's not the wall. Eventually you break through the darkness. You could give me a perception check with disadvantage because the drug is starting to hit. Okay. You see vague kind of like moved creatures running off into the alleyways. They look small, hunched over, and they have these kind of like kind of features to them. I don't know how to describe it. Like gremlin-y kind of style features. There we go.
All right.
Gremlin-y style.
All right.
That's what you see, but they kind of like scatter along the alleyways, the last remaining bits of it when you get out of the darkness, when you realize
All right. I will swiftly make my way to a more populated place and find a lookout.
okay. So yeah, as you basically have a bolt kind of sticking out of your arm, by the way, at this point. One of the guards, as you're looking for the lookout, is like, do you need some help? Have you been attacked?
Yes.
Where?
Here.
Sorry, he doesn't laugh. I'm laughing. Like, no, I mean, where were you attacked? Like,
I came in through the west gate. Everything went dark.
oh, that's been happening. Okay, so towards the west side of the city, things went dark and you were attacked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you need some medical attention, I could take you to, one of our physicians.
It's fine. My friend's a cleric. He's cool. Where's the lookout?
Give me a quick deception check, or I guess a performance check, because you're not really lying. Sir,
Please, I'm in shock.
sir, are you all right? Like, you're kind of sweating an awful lot.
I think I may have been poisoned. They were like hee-heeing as they ran.
Well, then we should definitely take you to the physician.
Just find me my friend. He is a cleric.
Where's your friend? Where's your friend?
They said they'd be at the lookout.
Yeah, they're at the lookout. Here, we could take you there right away. As the two guards basically lead you now, they kind of, one of them is holding kind of onto your arm because you seem a little wobbly on your feet, and the other one's like assuring the people that it's okay, and they're kind of taking you down the streets, and there's a ton of people looking at this. The rest of you, you guys have rooms that face the main street. What are you doing? You guys are at the tavern. Huh?
I was gonna ask the bartender if he knows a Lord Lanrick.
Lord Lanrick. Isn't he that weird fellow?
He's a gnome.
Definitely that weird fellow. All right. You're gonna want to look for. You're gonna want to head all the way to the north end of Noon's Way. You know where Noon's Way is here, like in this area. You're gonna want to head all the way north. Find a big 2-story building. They have like this weird sand lot in front of their building, and check that place out. It's called Lost and Found. Owner of the establishment.
He's gonna turn around.
Are you sure you want to go there?
Yes. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna be like, guys, he is at Lost and Found.
Okay,
What?
great.
At this point, you guys would see the doors open to the tavern as you guys are downstairs, just kind of at a table conversing. 2 guards enter. In between them is Zubrik with a bolt in his arm.
Zubrik, what happened?
Who did this to you?
I don't know.
Is there a cleric here, a friend of this, individual?
That'd be me. Yeah.
We're probably gonna need your attention. He refused to see our physician.
Okay. What did you get yourself up to?
I went for a stroll, and I got robbed. They didn't take anything except my dignity. Why are these guards here?
Sir, you asked us to find your friend. We could also remove the bolt for you. You're just gonna have to stay still, all right?
What now?
As you say what now, you feel some pain as the guard basically pulls the bolt out. He's like, all right, put pressure on it. Let the cleric handle the rest of it.
Ah, jeez. So, I wouldn't say needy. If I guess, maybe. Here you go. I'll heal you. I'll use my channel divinity. What's half your HP?
Like 10. No, 11.5.
You heal 11.
Ooh.
Well, I guess you can see the guards kind of talk amongst themselves real quick, and they're like, that's like the 5th case of that happening this week. All right, well, that's definitely a problem. We're gonna have to put some more guards out there. Thank you. Just stay out of that area next time. All right. And they walk up.
Oh, all right. Clover, what did you get here?
I've been here with the rest. It's such a weird question. Where were you? And why did this happen to you?
I just woke up here.
Hmm.
I'll
I'm
go
worried
to
about
the
my friend
water.
Zerbrick.
Tingle's going to look at Zubrick's shoes and just like, not just look, he's actually going to literally walk over and like pick up one of Zubrick's feet and look underneath at his sole and see like if he recognizes like, oh, that mud looks like it has blood in it, so he was near a slaughterhouse or something like that.
Nothing.
Zerbrick, you're covered in blood and mud. And you're sweating a lot. Are you high again?
Yes. Oh, I'm high.
Okay.
Valsera,
Oh,
here are the
hi.
drugs you asked for. And I'll toss the case at Valsera.
By the way, there are some guards sitting at the nearby table enjoying their dinner, and some of them go. They're looking over in your direction right now.
Oh, Zubrick, you're so funny. So many jokes. I'm just gonna put away in my pocket what he tossed at me.
One of
Zubrik,
them
are you
stands
poisoned?
up and comes over.
The guard comes over?
One of them does.
Okay.
Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Did I
You're-
hear something about drugs?
No, he was just kidding. He's just an idiot.
Yeah, he just greeted us, you know?
He was saying how he wanted to get some hugs. He would like to feel high. He's feeling a little low right now. I mean, look at the man.
Yeah, we
Yes.
did just pull an arrow out of his arm, so he is having a rough time.
My poor friend Zerbrick.
One of you that was talking, so either Bloodbeard or Val can give me a deception check with advantage.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
there we
I'll
go.
take the 21.
21. As the guard goes. All right, make sure you watch him. He might have lost quite a bit of blood.
That's what I'm expecting.
Some people get loopy when that happens.
Yeah, that's how he is right now, for sure.
All right. As the guard kind of walks away, and you guys are left to your own devices.
Alright, better get that out before it stains.
Tingle's going to use prestidigitation to start removing the blood stains on Zubrick's clothes.
Don't worry, Zerbrick, your robes will just look black and dark like you like them.
I guess I can't be too mad because it's not like we're out on a mission right
Uh-oh.
now.
By the way, Val, now you have a small brick of drugs.
Sure do.
That's a week's worth. Don't spend it all in one place. No, that's 2 weeks worth.
That's 2 weeks worth. You divided 2 months worth into quarters.
I'm just holding it onto it for now. I mean, he gave it to me. So.
Yeah, it's in a little metal
Just
box.
randomly get a brick of cocaine from your friend.
It's in the little metal box because that's the one that Zubrick was keeping his little bit in. So yeah, it's in that box. But yeah, you guys are in the city with a ton of drugs and a friend that's been recently cured of lycanthropy. What more D&D? How more D&D can this get? Go ahead, continue.
I'm gonna head to my room. I really don't want to talk to Zubrick.
I'm like that creepy uncle that just shows up high.
Well. Good night, everybody.
Are you just gonna leave Zubrick down here all by himself?
Let's take him into the room and tuck him in and then just kind of make sure he doesn't choke to death on his own tongue.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe if you can find the rest of his drugs, take them away.
I mean, they're his drugs. I'm not gonna take them from him.
Well,
He's
then,
causing problems, though.
yeah,
Tingle
he
the
just got
libertarian.
attacked.
I'm facing a wall right now, but I'm just gonna say, I may be hot. I may be in pain right now, but I can still hear you.
And?
I'll gently pat the wall with the back of my hand and say, Tingle, please take me back to my room.
Well, you got it, Zubrik. I'm over here now.
All right. As you drag Zubrik upstairs to his room, the rooms are nice. You guys, what does everyone else do? Are you guys all just gonna relax for the rest of the day and just kind of take a long rest finally?
Probably we should rest, I guess. But what time is it?
It's in the evening. I mean, you guys could fill time and just do, normal maintenance stuff for you guys and have some downtime, read a letter. I don't know. What do people in medieval fantasy times do when
They use a wand of secrets to make sure there's not a hidden door in their hotel room that's about to open and have a monster pop out.
Yep, nope, no secrets. You use a charge.
Okay. Henry is justified.
All right. But yeah, you guys could just spend a long rest now and then start tomorrow, in a way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Probably a
please.
good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to ask, are you guys gonna chain down Tingle just in case?
That's Zubrik's
I
problem.
think everyone forgot about it.
Yeah, I think everyone did. So
I would say, did we ever get the chance to poke him with silver to make sure that he
Nope.
was actually?
no one said anything about that. All right.
I remember. I mean, yeah. I guess we're
Had
not
full
going to
trust in the father.
Okay.
On the
Not-
bright side, if Tingle does turn and eats Zubrik, he's going to be so high as a werewolf that he's probably not going to be dangerous to anybody else.
True. All right. Well, eventually the night comes. You guys would all fall asleep. Tingle, you have a dream.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pull you aside. Okay, so
Alrighty.
this dream, it's odd. It felt like you were back at home. What happened to you during the day felt like you were back where you came from.
Mhm.
I don't know what the title was to your. What was the title to like the guy?
Elder
The elder,
was
yeah.
yeah.
The elder, him speaking in front of everyone, congratulating folks that were about to die, and be fed and such. That felt so reminiscent to what was happening in front of everyone, with you as an example.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have almost had a similar feel to it if you didn't find out what was going on. So, like, the scene that happened where it cured you of lycanthropy, you standing in front of all these people with this religious figure standing beside you in a way, but instead of this healing feeling, you feel kind of clasp and a congratulation that kind of rings out. Then you feel the knife, the pain, the death that follows, only to realize that this isn't just you that went through that, would have gone through this. This has been however long your village has stood, and will continue to stand for as far as you can tell. Like a bit of your conscience awaking.
What? Oh shit, other people have feelings?
Yeah, because like I'm trying to tie in, I know I'm explaining it a bit, I'm trying to tie in, like, you realize that others have saved your life, and now your feeling of wanting to pay them back in a way, you also are, to want to feel that, you also have to think, what do they feel,
Yep.
So that's kind of awakening a lot more depth to your past.
I don't like this.
You don't like it. It was like, it's repressed shit, basically. It's coming back. But yeah, that's the kind of dream you have. And I'm gonna push you back. And all right. So
Before we go to bed, I'd like to do a little bit of small talk with Emilio.
sure, of course. Yeah. If you guys have any RP stuff that you want to do it now. Like, do it.
I get it because you're super short.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, take it away.
Some halfling jokes. I'm just in my voice crack. I'm just in my bed, just looking at the necklace I got, and Emilio walks in. Oh, do you have fun talking to Zubrik?
No.
Okay.
Listen, I'm
not the only one.
Like, I don't knock drugs, like it can open up your third eye and stuff, but he is not using it for that reason.
I don't like it when he's on it.
He's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
By the way, do you want me to pull you aside? Like, you two aside for this?
No, Dylan needs to hear this.
Okay.
I need to talk to the father again.
About what?
The seer, by the way.
The seer. I don't know, he's a father. About stuff. Do you mind coming with me tomorrow?
Sure. We can do it maybe before we head over to Lost and Found.
Okay.
Is it something you want to talk about?
I don't know. And you see that Clover's kind of nervously scratching their forearm again.
Well, if you have any questions, we could always do a card reading. You don't have to actually tell me any details.
Okay. Yeah, I love the cards.
Alright, card time.
Card time. Give me a second.
Jumps out of bed, cross-legged.
What?
Hands like this, just ready.
What is your question?
How many card reading? Like,
I'll figure it out when I know what the question is.
Got it.
Will I Can I keep the question a secret, or do you need to know?
I need to know some kind of question, at least to know what kind of draw.
Okay. Will I find good information from him about this thing?
Okay. Let's do a 3 card.
Okay.
Oh, my phone is dead. I can't even look it up on the phone.
Better figure it out.
Clover's an addict too.
Yeah, he's an addict to the readings.
Who isn't? Everyone loves the readings.
I'm an addict to Liara. Thank you very much for the heals.
All right. So 3 cards, right?
Yeah, 3 cards.
Thank you. All right. Second. Well, flip them. Flip. First card is Justice, right side up. Second card is the Knight of Cups, upside down, and the third card is Page of Swords, upside down.
Alright, this will take me a minute, so if anybody wants to do anything else, I'm doing.
You guys always draw at least one major arcana card.
Well, yeah, there's quite a few of them,
I mean, but
Actually, no, there was that one time that Emilio drew 5 cards and not one of them was a major.
That's true. It was just one. Yeah.
And it was the funniest burn I've ever had.
All right. So while the reading's going on, anyone else want to do anything?
Zubrik was going to wake up super early.
Okay.
And then kind of stand over Tinkle's bed till he wakes up.
By the way, Tingle, your you're having that dream when you
Mhm.
would probably wake up and see Zubrik right in front of your face.
You're making noises.
Do you feel pain?
More than you know, Tingle.
Oh, so it wasn't just a fake dream. I think I've been a bad person, Zubrik.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree with you, but that's sort of our thing.
Yeah. I mean, our thing was kind of... That's in the past. All I can do is change what I do. So... maybe mention next time I hurt you.
Fair enough. Tingle, I think it's the drugs right now because I wouldn't say this any other way. And I'm coming down. You almost died the other day. You realize that, right?
Yeah. That was terrifying.
You know I would kill people for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Yes, well... let's not make that a routine, shall we?
Well, I hope not. I mean, that's part of the reason why we found the rest of these guys, right? Yeah.
That is true. I probably shouldn't have given Valsira those drugs. That's a talk for the morning. But try to keep yourself safe, Tingle, and I'll try to watch your back.
And I'll try to not hurt people as much. And I guess you guys. Maybe mostly you, but the rest of them a little.
Fair enough. I'm glad we had this conversation. Don't mind the spiders on the ceiling. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Wait, what?
All right. Toby, you ready with the reading?
Kind of. It's interesting. Clover, I think I might need a little bit more context.
This Seer and I have a similar thing going on with us. And I've been dealing with it for a good part of my life, and I saw that he also had it as well. And I think he knows something about it. I don't know, it's kind of scary to bring up.
Well, hold on one second. There's so much text. I try to skim it. I'd say be careful of what he says. He might actually give you some really good information, some information that you are looking for, but be wary of it. You know, really think things through, especially with clearly how you're feeling. And he'll point to the middle card, the knight. I sense that this is definitely something that's been bothering you for a while.
Yeah.
But the page of swords here, reversed, is... Just be careful. I'll be there with you, so don't worry about that. But, you know, just, if he... I don't know. I don't like this card coming up when you said that you want to talk to this guy.
Okay.
Maybe we should bring Valsira along.
No. I don't want the Wanderer to know about this.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't want her to worry about me.
Well, if it's something that she should be worried about, then she should know.
It'll be fine.
All right. Well, I will be there. Just let's say we take everything that the seer says with a heaping pile of salt.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. So, anything else? Any last bit?
Not tonight.
All right. Well, eventually the morning comes. You're all awake. Some earlier than others. But yeah. Take it away. You're still in the city of Athera.
Get up in the morning, go get some breakfast, get a glass of orange juice. It is delicious. I'm just waiting for everyone else to come eat breakfast with me.
Did you just DM for yourself for that
Yes.
portion?
Yes, it is a really good orange juice.
You know, that's fine. This tavern actually serves nice food, so yeah.
I have a feeling with Clover's attitude towards life, even if it wasn't the most amazing orange juice, it would still be the most amazing orange juice.
Yeah. Guys, have you tried this orange juice? It's so good. It's like sweet, but still has that like acidic punch. Oh, great way to get the morning.
Who are you talking to? Bloodbeard comes out.
I've said this to every single person who's walked down this staircase.
Oh, never change, Clover.
Oh,
Well, buddy.
I was just gonna say I'll be following Bloodbeard since we roomed together.
The tieflings had a respectable evening of not doing anything.
Yeah, I just went to bed.
The infernal ones know how to party, and by party I mean sleep.
Look, someone's gotta keep the rest of these idiots together, so we should feel somewhat well rested.
And speaking of idiots, you guys hear a clanging as Tingle's now armored boots start clomping their way down some stairs.
Have you tried the orange juice? It's so good. It's like sweet, but has like the acidic punch to it. It's a great way to get the morning going.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Tingle buys some and starts sipping.
It's normal orange juice.
He'll prestidigitate it to make it taste like bacon.
Zuber go make his way down the hall now too.
Yeah.
You get the same speech.
I don't say anything. I just keep going.
Going where?
Was anyone else stabbed in their arm in their sleep?
What?
I think there was a spring that popped out or something.
No, you did that when you were out on a trip last night. For a trip.
Oh, that explains the... Okay. I was wondering how it got in my bag. I mean, there's nothing in my bag. Shit. This orange juice is really good.
Oh boy. Yes, we all agree the orange juice is good.
I guess Amelia will also come downstairs.
Super, just out of curiosity, are you able to like burn that stuff, like roll it up or put it in a pipe and set it on fire? Does that do anything to it?
That's how you take it.
Oh.
I have papers in my bag.
Oh, I just thought you just kind of were just doing lines of the stuff.
No,
You kidding? I don't want to see the sun.
Yeah, Dylan, you are right. It's like you take it, spread it out evenly on a slightly damp piece of paper, and roll it up and smoke it.
It's like snorting a health potion. It'll do the same thing, but you'll be fucked up.
That's good to know.
I mean, I put some thought into trying to do intravenous health potions. Do you think it'd work with that?
No, we have to get the bottle We're not going to talk about this at the breakfast table. What's the plan for today?
Emilio and I are planning to head out for a bit, and then we can meet up at Lost and Found.
What you guys doing?
I need to go... Yeah. We need to find more necklaces.
Yeah, we're gonna get everybody one necklace, and you have to wear it, or you will break poor Clover's heart.
Are you guys gonna spend a...
Look at their face. Imagine this face. Upset.
I don't want to.
They're not.
Oh, it's like kicking a puppy.
Shell necklace.
Oh, the poop tag.
Okay, but you can't spend a gold on every necklace. They're
We will
not.
spend whatever we want. It is our own money.
Should I come and?
No,
No.
we don't
Damn,
want
okay.
you. You
Well,
Cramp
it up
if it
style.
means that much to you, then I promise I'll wear the necklace.
Thank you, Tingle. Genuinely surprising. This orange juice must really be good.
Oh, it's so good.
Well,
By the way,
look,
this is the first time I've had orange juice.
Well, welcome to the Orange Juice Club.
Zubrik, while you were out last night, we found out that Lord Lanric is at Lost and Found. So I guess we'll wait for Emilio and Clover to finish their friendship bracelet shopping, and then we can just all head over.
It's imperative that we do that first thing in the morning. All the good necklaces are gone by midday.
Tingle, did we find out if there is one of our guilds here?
I never asked, but that creepy Mickey guy,
I was told not to talk to him.
Oh, well, he was
I remember
weird,
that
but...
part.
Well, he mentioned something like the Lost and Found might have some stuff, and the Spyglass was the Explorers Guild, but I can't remember if we belong to the Archaeology Guild or the Explorers Guild.
Me and Tingle are gonna check out the Explorers Guild, and we can meet up at Lost and Found later.
Do you want to go do anything, Wanderer? I feel kind of like the odd chicken out here.
Yeah, I feel like they don't really want us.
You could come.
If you guys want, you could come.
What are you
We'll
doing
be down
again?
in the back room.
I'm looking for maps personally.
Maps
Well,
where?
just
At Lost
checking
and
in.
Found?
The Explorers Guild.
Is that... Oh, no, they're an Adventurers Guild.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
They
What?
sometimes have cool, like, tapestries on the walls.
It's so boring.
Well, do you have a better suggestion, Bloodbeard?
I might go fuck her off and go scout out Lost and Found. Maybe chat him up, have a few drinks, and
Okay.
make it easier for Emilio to figure out whatever the hell he's looking for.
That sounds a little more fun to me. I'll go do that.
All right,
Okay.
now
So-
we're talking.
So it's a 3-way split. Wonderful.
Yes.
I love these.
Yes, son.
Three-way.
Chugga.
All right. So
Flex those DM muscles. Let's do this.
I
Yeah,
guess
you okay there, Peter? You seem like a little intimidated.
no, it's fine. It's not like my
It
brain
was
doesn't
good.
work today, and I have to think of 3 different scenarios all at once. It's okay. I could do this.
We could do it next time.
Yeah, it is 12:30.
I got it.
Are
At least,
you
at least
sure?
for the next 30 minutes. So
Okay, everyone gets 10 minutes. Go.
Yeah.
we'll see. So it is now Emilio and Clover. You guys head off to the chapel circle, trying to find the seer once more. You could see that the seer is actually getting ready. When you get there, you ask around where the temple is, and you actually get the right temple this time. It is it's actually a temple for Liara, and in the back there is a cemetery that's marked for the Temple of Xerxes. But either way, you catch him with a few of his acolytes, actually preparing a few things. They're gathering, they're like packing stuff up, and it seems like they're going to leave, sort of. Like, not far distance, they have like a few bandages, some physicianal things, medical packs, and some herbs and supplies that they're gathering when you find them. They're right outside the temple when you do find them.
Seer, do you have a moment? It might be a bad time, but I'd like to talk with you.
Oh, isn't it you were with your friend, right?
Yeah,
The
I'm
gnome
Clover.
that was- Well, if that's the case, do you just need a moment to talk?
Yeah.
Is
Hopefully
it
it won't
serious?
be.
I was going to make some rounds to see if anyone needed
It's-
some healing.
It's not super serious. I just want to talk to you about something.
Well,
It's something that I believe, both have in
Okay.
common.
give me. Actually, you don't even need to give me a check. He looks at you. He's like, "Will your friend be joining us?" He looks at.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he looks over at the acolytes, and he goes, "You could start without me. I'll join you along the route. For you two, over here. Let's go for a walk." As he guides you through a nice part of this garden, there's even a fountain, with all the different symbols of the few gods, in the pantheon engraved into it. There are nice, still kind of warm even for fall, and there are some what's called flowers still in bloom in this area. As you're walking through, he's like, "So what was on your mind?"
I took a notice to I wouldn't call it scarring. I'd call it more discoloration of the skin.
Oh, and
And
as you say that, he kind of like rubs up the neck and the area that kind of shows it quite
Yeah.
prominently. He's like, "I see."
And I take off a bit of my armor and reveal my forearm, and you see very similar, a small patch of discoloration,
By the
not
way,
as big as.
do we want to do this on the side without everyone talking?
It's fine.
Okay,
It's
cool.
fine.
All right.
I can't help but notice that it's very similar. And
He's looking at it. He looks at it, and you could tell he's thinking of something, and all he says is, "Sorry."
You seem to be older than me, so do you have any, I guess, knowledge about this?
Some call it a curse. I've met monks along my travels that called it a gift. I don't know why. I didn't understand why at the time, but I do understand it now, I think. Every year I always wonder if this is it, you know? But in the end, I don't think I would have come this far in my life if it wasn't for something like this. You're touched, Eliara. Some say I was the same. I don't
Sure
know.
doesn't feel like it.
Sure, it absolutely doesn't feel like it. It's almost like you roll the dice every year, hoping. I've been lucky to live this long and helped out as many as I can. If I were to have perished because of this, then he kind of, feels the area again. A lot younger in my youth, I probably would have been that. But then again, I don't think I would have taken this path without it.
Same.
Up as many as you can. For both you and me, we don't know how long we have. But we know it's coming. I will warn you. I'm guessing you can't see.
What?
Guessing you can't see the...
I don't follow.
And he goes, there'll be a time. You live long enough where this thing changes the way you see the world. Physically, I mean. Something you haven't seen before. It's not pleasant knowing what this is either. But if you would like to know about it now, I can tell you. So you can be prepared for when it happens. But if you would rather not...
I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Don't be
Can you tell
alarmed.
me?
What was that?
Can you tell me?
Would you be okay if your friend knew?
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just leave for a bit then.
I'm just going to say, don't be alarmed when it happens. It only lets you know who you can and can't help. He steps away, and he steps away from you as Clover, as you know, he kind of gestures Emilio to follow him for a little bit. Goes, how long have you known that your friend was suffering from the same ailment as I am?
Literally, the second we walked into this room and you both started talking about it.
Well, I'm guessing you would like to know what it is.
Yeah, that'd be preferable. You guys are just talking extremely vaguely.
Some say it's a gift from Liara. Others say it's a curse from Xerxes. Either way, whatever it is, the chance you play every year, like a clock you know is ticking down. Every year, you roll the dice. You know on your birth, the day of your birth when it comes by every year, that you might not wake up the next day. Terrifying.
Sounds like the worst birthday gift ever.
Well, some say it might be the best. Knowing that you woke up, get to live another year. I mean, there were times I felt truly thankful for it, and I still do. But for your friend, it hasn't gotten so bad. There's a point when you'll start to see, or they'll start to see.
What will they see?
How close everyone is to Xerxes. Everyone runs on a clock.
So they'll start to see when everyone's clock is gonna run out.
Closer to if they are actually going to. You don't see it on everyone. You just see it those that are close enough to actually pass.
When did you start to see it?
Started to see this maybe a decade ago, maybe a little more. I've only used it to help those that I could and comfort those I couldn't. I'm sure it'll freak your friend out. But
Yeah. But you didn't see one for Clover, right?
no, but I haven't met many that were afflicted with mine. And I'm not sure if we can see each other's.
Okay. Well, that's not totally concerning at all. That's sarcasm, by the way. This is terrifying. How many of you guys are there out there?
I've only met a total of 4 others. Some I sought out. Others I ran into by sheer chance. And, well, it seems like quite random when it takes you. Other than the day it will take you. I was lucky enough to study under a hermit that was afflicted with this curse. I still believe it as a curse. But he believed it as a gift. I try to adopt his thinking as much as I can. Some call me the seer now, mostly because I purposefully go and find those that are not long for this world. Comfort them the best I can.
Did you see yesterday with any of our other companions?
No, I did not.
Well, that's good, because one of them is a fucking drug addict.
Everyone has our vices. They probably have their reason for it.
Sure, okay. Well, I guess, I don't know if you have any kind of words of wisdom for Clover that also wouldn't freak them out. They could probably use it right now.
There's no way to help yourself, but there's always a way to help others. At least with whatever whatever we are inflicted with. I know it's not the most uplifting thing, but it's helped me get this far. And if I get to take the seat of the Archon, I will make as many changes as I can that will benefit as many people in the city. Before I join Xerxes.
A noble pursuit, I guess. Just must suck seeing people that are about to die.
It's tough the first few times it happens. You don't understand why, but nobody else believes you, but But you make do with it.
Understandable. Yeah, don't tell Clover this. I think they're too fragile of a person to consider this right now.
I am just going to ask you, as you're going to be traveling with Clover, make sure you are ready to calm them down. Make sure they don't deviate. Because I've met someone like us before who hasn't taken, let's say, a virtuous, a noble path. More took a selfish path. Did not end well, let me just say. They are already judged by Xerxes, but lost many friends attempting to put an end to his. When one loses the fear of death, it become quite terrifying what they can accomplish. Keep your friend in line best as you can.
I will definitely try my best.
Well, I should catch up to my acolytes.
Don't you have any parting words for them?
Most anything that I could say right now probably will fall on deaf ears. going to ask you to watch over them.
All right. I will
As a friend and witness.
definitely be as good of a friend to Clover as I can possibly be.
Don't let them stray from the path they're on. Doing a great job already.
Yeah, they're a good kid.
As he smiles, nods. He looks over to you, Clover.
I'm just in like a flower patch, just
Yeah.
growing flowers.
He walks over to you and he goes, keep your friends close. And make sure
Yeah. Sorry.
keep your friends close and make sure you don't stray too far from the path you're on.
Okay.
You're doing
bef-
wonderful work.
Before I say goodbye, I grab a handful of flowers. Here you go.
He takes it, he smiles. Thank you very much.
Wish you luck on your adventures, your endeavors.
And I wish you luck on yours too. May Liara always watch over you. As he walks after his acolytes that have left quite a while ago. You guys are left to your own thoughts on this whole ordeal.
Well,
Can we get some necklaces now?
yes. Let's definitely go get them some friendship necklaces.
Okay. So, we are moving on to Dubrick and Tingle. That actually went better than I thought it was going to go. So, it's all down here from here from now on.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys are going to head over to the Spyglass Foundation, right?
Yep.
All right.
The place that I can't remember if we're technically members or not.
You guys are members of the Archaeological Society in Athera, right?
Okay, yeah. We were part of some archaeology guild thing that we would have to report with and stuff.
Yes. You are not. The Archaeological Society in Athera is its own entity, and they...
Cool.
Yeah. This is probably the equivalent of it, you know?
Mm-hmm. But not ours.
Yeah. In Athera, the Archaeological Society has outposts in different parts of the city or in specific ruinous areas where they've set up camp and stuff where you guys can go and kind of be like, hey, I'm part of your society. Tell me what's going on. They'll be like, sure. But this is a completely different entity.
Cool.
So when you guys get to the Spyglass Foundation, it's a large, immaculate building. Marbled floors, a large receptional area. Not many people, but there are displays of precious artifacts. Probably not magical, but old and ancient artifacts. They're just kind of displayed along in this kind of open hall. Not only
How
that,
wealthy of a guild is this if Tingle uses his historical knowledge feature to just glance and say like, oh, those are easily worth 1,000 gold, or that's only going to be worth like 200 gold or something.
Most of the simple things that you see that are displayed, yeah, they're worth a few thousand gold per, you know.
Okay, so this place...
It's nice. It's a very posh, visual from what you can see.
They're willing to have fancy stuff already on display. They're not...
Yes. And the thing is, that's odd. That's definitely an odd thing. Like, it's not a museum, you know?
Yeah.
But like the Archaeological Society that you were part of in this era, they didn't have stuff on display. You would have to really prove yourself, work up the ranks, and then eventually get to go out there.
Get to the back rooms where it's like, oh, we're researching this. But
yes. But
we have an artifact up front in a glass case.
Yeah. The situation with that was also not much money what's coming in unless you guys made a find.
Mm-hmm.
Then from the find, it, you would sell some of the more useless or specific things that someone's been looking for, or someone comes and pays for the expedition and sponsors it. This case,
Alrighty.
give me an intelligence check from both of you.
Alrighty. And Tinkle's getting guidance on this one, if he can. Remember the knowledge of November. Intelligence.
14 and
Or no, that's a save. Sorry. That's intelligence check. Wrong button. Significantly worse.
Okay. Give me a second. All right. So both of you rolled relatively poorly, so you're not sure. They either must have made like some extreme amount of finds already. They're just so successful, or they're just putting on a show. It's either case. You're not sure what for you. The roles that you
Maybe
got.
it's a big city kind of thing.
But behind the desk is a halfling, a young male halfling, kind of noticing that you guys have entered and looking around, kind of gestures you over, like, can I help you?
Okay, I'll take the lead here. Yeah, we were kind of wanting to see like what I don't know, what you kind of info you had about the general region. We were kind of looking around for some old abandoned places that were pretty old, and
Are you
just want some general info.
Are you looking to join the Spyglass Foundation?
Well, what would that entail?
That would entail a upfront fee and a yearly fee, of course. In turn, you would get access to most of the supplies that we give our members, and not only that, you would be put on a mission, most likely to go out and explore some of the untracked lands still out there. Any of the findings, you would keep a portion, of course, but most of it will go to the Foundation, with your name as recognition.
And how much is that fee?
Well, from currently, we have enough members, but if you're still interested, the fee is 100 gold per person up front. We only take those that are serious about it, and we assure if you are successful in plotting out some of the far-reaching islands, coming back with extensive knowledge on them, you will be paid back that amount plus plenty more, and you will be recognized forever recognized for your findings.
Good to know. A moment while I confer with my colleague.
Tingle nudge Zubrik into a corner away from the guy.
Does that sound like a bullshit price?
100%.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
We're paying them to find them money.
Yeah, and they want us to give them everything we find.
And we have to give them our name? No way.
Yep. So, I think we maybe can buy a map from them, or just
I'm sure if we toss some names around from the Særald, we might be able to pull some sort of, recognition. Maybe they'll give us a tour. We could scope out some maps on the way there. I'm sure we could act friendly.
Oh yeah, because we're definitely visiting delegates of another institution that can totally offer them some potential hookups, maybe. But
And
no.
that's the story we're sticking with, yes.
You know it! Hello again!
Hello, I haven't left. How can I help you?
Neither have we, because we're actually from the other archaeology guild in Athera. And we were wondering if you guys might have been interested in possibly doing some kind of a joint expedition between the two guilds.
If this is about the whole ordeal with Prince Nasser visiting our city and attacking it.
No, that's a different thing. Totally different thing. Different guy. Hi, hello.
So you're not
This is my
here
colleague
for
Zubrick.
you're not here for the reason that many mercenaries have come, hoping to gain funding from us, are you?
No, we've traveled like several months to get here to see if there's any ruins or areas in this place that would be interesting. We're more historical, not so much an auditor at this point. Something like that, yes. More interested in the actual going there and seeing what it's like instead of the digging things up and getting profit from them sort of thing.
I see. Well,
I've heard it's called historians up here, Zubrick.
Ah, yes, okay.
so if you made it all the way out here, what are some of the places you've already been to, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I don't know the name of it, but there was this amazing standing rock formation that was just absolutely massive, and there were tons of bits of iron all over it.
Oh, the one on the way up here. Yes.
Oh, yes.
That one
It was
pretty
amazing.
Nothing like that back in Athera. Most of the Nasseran ruins are underground. They don't really have names to them, lost in time, but we can pick different certain dates and see which ruler was there during that era, and we just call it plot King Nasera as an example. Whoever was ruling at the time. That's how we label it back then.
And since you're not looking to join, become members yourself, why are you here, other than looking for possible locations of ruins?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're looking for ruins, I suggest looking far and wide, away from the city. The city itself, every nook and cranny have already been explored. There are some rumors that in Duskside that there is a haunted manor of sorts, but that's neither here nor there. We don't really look into haunted places, especially in urban areas, modern urban areas. And if you're looking to gather some funding for far exploration for possible ruinous areas in distant lands and islands, like some that we have discovered already, well then, unfortunately, that info is only privy to the members of our society and guild.
Well, that's such a shame.
Some people only see dollar signs nowadays.
I now just
Well-
think of all that knowledge and experience that the rest of the world could have known about.
Expeditions aren't cheap. Pay for food, voyage. For the men and women that work, it's not a cheap ordeal, my friends.
I guess that's fair.
The
Do
Duke
you
would not be
perhaps-
pleased if we did not do our due diligence.
Who was that you said?
All he said is the Duke.
The Duke. Okay.
Do you perchance sell maps of already discovered regions of different places?
Are you looking
Just in general, it's
for-
hard to find your way around these lands.
We're looking for more of a specific region map. We have a few of those. We also have a few worldly maps as well, with less detail, but general layout depending on. Seems like you've already come quite a far ways. So if you're gonna go even further north, that kind of map might be a little more helpful, especially
Well,
if
that
you're
would
going
be
all the way
pretty
to the
good.
Kingdom of Latus.
But then again, I mean, I'm sure we could just bum a map off of somebody.
You know,
I'm looking for a more specific region, a smaller, almost like a tribe. Believe the name is Cherrywood.
Cherrywood.
Yes.
By the way, that's the Tingle place. Right?
What was that?
It's almost the Tingle Place.
Okay, it's almost.
There's a misnaming, but
Okay, got it.
I actually like that.
Yeah. Cherrywood.
Something like that. I vaguely recall the name.
I can actually.
Why are you asking about cherry wood?
Are you? Is that north or south?
Closer to Nasera,
Closer to Nasera.
from what I recall. It's been a long time.
You could see that he's thinking. There's like a bit of curiosity to him, to this. Like he's like, all right. I'm not sure if we have anything.
Reason you're looking for that place, fellow pal?
I fucking hate your voice sometimes.
He quickly like goes to the side, brings out a few like folds out a few things, pulls out this kind of large parchment, and he's like, "This is near Vallow. Should show Worm's Mouth, and the last furthest southern end should show even the boiling oasis." And he kind of like lays it out. It's a nice and detailed map of the mountain range region south of the Athera Alliance that connects all the way down to where the Worm's Mouth is, where it's like the small village in the Nasaran area, in between the mountain ranges. And then it even shows the boiling oasis, the traveling hub between in all of Principality of Nasera, that whole area.
Alright, Zuber's taking like a really long mental note of this so he can conjure like a less detailed but accurate map later on.
He's also like he also like there's a few little points where it isn't fully labeled, but he takes out a notebook and he starts flipping through it and like, no, and then he gets to all the points and he goes, no, I'm sorry, I don't think so, unless it's this place. We don't have any information on it. There's like a few, and he kind of points to 3 points. They're kind of far from each other. One's in the like base of the mountain. All right, one's in the base of the mountains. I inhaled a little too hard. East of Worm's Mouth, in the mountain ranges. That he's like, we have sent explorers here before, only to find nothing, or it's more that they didn't return. We've also had that happen, and he points over more closer to the western side. It's north of there's a there's a city called Sizi, which you guys would know. It's a large enough port city of Nasera that's connected to the boiling oasis through a long trail and such. It's quite a far distance north from there, but we haven't heard explorers back, or we don't have any information from this area either. And finally, the last place is, and he kind of points all the way to the... Can you guys see it on the stream?
No, it's still tarot.
Yeah, you got tarot cards up.
I shouldn't now.
Well, maybe on the stream? Oh yeah, on the stream it's
on the
fine.
stream.
Yeah, stream is fine.
Yeah. It's right around here that he points on the stream. It's like the peninsula area.
Okay.
He's like, that area also there hasn't been much information on. But most of the other small villages I have found records for, but nothing of Cherry. What was it again?
Cherry something. Wood.
Cherry wood.
Tree, Dale. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a mystery.
Well, if you want to buy a map, then I can offer you a few, but they are quite expensive. They're a good quality and are sturdy enough. But they are quite expensive.
How much?
They're 50 gold for most. If you're looking for something a little more flashy and fancy, they can go up in price, unfortunately.
I'll just take out 5 platinum and put it down.
Well, what kind of map would you like, good sir?
Something similar to what you're showing me now, and just mark off those spots for me if you can.
Wonderful. I'll do that right away. Just take a few minutes. Just wait right over there, and I'll be right with you again. He takes the map away. You guys are left to your own
Tingle has
devices.
been profusely sweating the entire time that the map has been on the table.
You're right.
Just wondering about the interest in cherry places. You know,
I have to reference the book I gave Emilio, the one with all the tribal information I have. One of the villages I've noted down that I don't have too much information of, and it's a point of interest for me.
Well, you know, I've heard those places can get pretty crazy out there. They might not really be what you're expecting. What are you expecting?
Well, it's like you said this morning, we have the people around us now in case we get into danger. Not much right now. I'm sure I can share with you a little bit more once I get more information. Why, what's the problem, Tingle?
I'm allergic to cherries.
I'm sure it's just the name.
Yep. I'm gonna go away now.
Tingle's gonna walk out of the guild.
Footsteps clanking on the metal, you know. It kind of gets faster and faster. It gets to the door. Zubrik, you're like wondering what the hell's going on, and then the guy comes back, brings out a map. It's not like colorful like the one you showed and drew, but it is, or that you were shown before, but it does have all the features, you know, inked very well and neatly, and you could see that he's also placed 3 like little magnets that can be placed on the opposite side of the map, so even if you unroll it, it doesn't move, you know. He's like, those are the 3 places. If you want to actually mark the map, this is yours now, so you can do whatever you wish. However, I've marked the map to make sure I don't damage it from what the author intended it for. He rolls it up, slides it in to a little case, hands it over to you. You have a map of the southern area of Athera and the northern area of the Principality of Nasera. The Atheran Alliance and Principality of Nasera. There we go. So, yeah.
Alright, cool. I'll take it, give him a nod, and weirdly turn around and fast walk out of there.
Okay. Is Tingle out there when Zubrik gets there?
Tingle is in a like alley right next to the building, just like leaning against the wall, hyperventilating.
Okay.
I guess Zubrik makes his way outside and starts looking around, calling for Tingle.
Yeah, you would probably see him pretty quickly.
Little
right.
wafts of smoke coming out of the alley.
Did you find the angel balls in my pocket and use it?
Well, what?
Nothing. I don't have anything in my pocket. What is wrong with
Why
you?
would I take? Oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Look, this. You know how I don't really ever talk about where I come from?
Yes, because we're both strong men and don't share emotion.
Absolutely.
You're not wrong. But theoretically, if I might have come from a pretty bad place, maybe we shouldn't go looking for that.
I'm not planning to go anytime soon, Tingle. I'm not too sure where you're coming from, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt right now, but I would eventually like to go, so
I'm just, you know how everyone was like, no, don't go. Well, you weren't there, but everyone was like, no, we don't want to go. You were there. Everyone was like, we don't want to go to the prince's tomb. And then you were like, well, don't do that because you're going to get squashed and everyone's going to die. Well, I'm kind of saying that this is kind of like the prince's tomb where a friend is telling you that you probably shouldn't keep looking into what you're looking into because everyone's going to die.
I'm not too sure how to respond to that, Tingle.
Maybe sure thing guy I've known for 10 years. Let's not do that.
I'll put a pin in it for now, but it will come up again. I'm not too sure where your attitude's coming from.
Yeah, well, it always comes up.
We'll talk about this when the time comes.
Yep.
So let's move on to the final trio. Val and Bloodbeard.
We're a duo, I think.
Duo. Sorry.
Yep.
I was including me. Because I'm always there.
Pete likes to watch.
Always third wheel.
Yeah, I'm always the third wheel. Fine. So, where were you headed again? To
Lost and found.
Ooh, okay. Do you guys want to do this part now, or do you want to save it?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, is this like you can do like a nice fun cliffhanger here, like as we like
That's
first
I will
enter?
leave that up to you, because Lost and Found I know is a big deal for us as players, because you guys founded it last campaign.
It's a very big deal.
I feel like we could wait until next time.
Yeah,
Okay.
just so I personally have the energy.
Okay. I will give it the proper practice also, because Dylan unfortunately won't be playing Lost anymore because I have to keep a few secrets from him. And I'm going to Dylan, I want you to teach me how to do the Lost in voice if possible.
You already have no dignity, so it shouldn't be hard.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. If that's all I needed, then or if that's all I
can
needed to
do it,
lack,
Peter,
then I got
you
it.
can do it. It's fine.
Okay.
We're both in the same boat.
Bring the smarm and bring the squeak.
Smarm. He is smarmy.
He's literally just your goblin voice. You could honestly just
I
use that.
kind of was just planning on doing the goblin voice, to tell you the truth.
Rude to Loston.
Just
Got
tone it
cold,
down a little bit,
True.
But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. There's a lot of stuff, character stuff that was revealed fucking today. That was a lot. And future story hook stuff that was just like thrown out there, which I'm excited about. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with more, whether you guys are going to do more stuff in Athera or find a way to get to a different place, like eventually like Barteris Bay or this weird Cherrywood place. Who knows? We'll see. I'm just so glad I got to toss out like, hey, the Princess Tomb is revealed because the prince got bored and he wants people to go there. See what happens. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Either way, thank you for playing, and those of you that are watching, thank you for watching. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, share. I don't know, do your thing. We'll be back next week with more. We were roll called. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye everyone. All right.
So fucking excited to go to sleep right now. It's so cold in my room. I just set my little mini heater up back behind me, sitting on my fucking bookshelf, getting ready to just fucking blast heat at me. Oh god.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
what-
Zubrick didn't die in an alley.
Yeah. No, it was I was actually gonna have something else happen, but I still had more stuff with that you guys can even look into. Like the guards even pointed towards it. So there's a lot you guys can do. I just want to leave this open, see what happens.